what we all think of in our own realms. We all got our own realms and everything. And he's basically asking each one of us, what do we think about that Colorado ordeal going on where Uber doesn't want to be transparent? Now, I got a video that well, not a video, but it's an actual it's a Business Insider where, Uber is, everything's gonna go driverless pretty soon. Everything's going driverless. So they were asking, what do they think about drivers in the future? Like, do we think that drivers are gonna be hit hard? And he was actually answering that and everything. So with Dara, you gotta understand, man, this dude, he has a whole nother agenda going on. He don't care about drivers. So anytime you get an interview for him, don't even deal with it. What up, Bighorn Kev? I think everybody's up at Barrett Jackson tonight trying to get rides up there. We got an event. It's a big car event, Barrett Jackson here in Phoenix right now. And every driver's up there. And my man Manny, he shot me a text a while ago while I was making dinner. And he was like, hey, man, you get up here. He was like, man, it's so many drivers up here converting. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. It's like I'm sitting there listening to people telling everybody what the ride is paying. And they're converting rides right on the fly, man. I was like, damn. Cody said, I'm here. All right, brother. Yeah. Hey, Waymo in LA is everywhere. Oh, yeah. So he's like, everybody's out there converting, man. They fighting back. Everybody's fighting back for this money. So I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm proud of y'all for standing y'all ground, fighting for what y'all know y'all worth, fighting for your money. Because that's what this big interview coming out Tuesday is going to talk about. And like I said, I'll probably play it's going to play on Rideshare Rodeo's channel, but I'll also probably do it on my channel, just a quick review of it and everything. But it's going to be a hot video. Like I said, we came at Uber and Lyft, but y'all know how I always come. I'm like, hey, if it ain't supporting us locally, it ain't keeping our money here locally, then we don't want to be dealing with it. Because I just converted him back. Exactly. You got to fight, man. Everybody's got to fight for their money out there, dude. Everybody's got to fight for their money. But this is kind of like, let me see if I'm going to pull up this video real quick here. It's not a video. I keep saying video. It's another screen. But this right here is where it says Uber CEO as how smart AI must learn forgiveness for its mistakes. So basically he's saying that AI is going to make mistakes, but it must learn, how smart AI must be to earn forgiveness for its mistakes. Like we're saying that we don't have an acceptable error level for AI. Like we expect it to be completely perfect. And that, society is more forgiving towards human errors. Of course we are, because we're all human. Of course we're going to be more forgiving for our brothers and our sisters out here in rideshare. Humans aren't perfect. We already know that. But if you're gonna sit up there and replace us with AI, not even caring about our families, our future, our cities, none of that stuff, man, I don't know. You better come better with, we need to forgive AI for errors. So when we all out here getting our tips stolen from us, when we getting our fare stolen from us, he's going to say it's AI related. Oh, it's AI related. We got to forgive it for an error. When all these corporate execs are making $300 million bonuses and everything because the errors are always in their benefit. Every time we see a glitch, it's in their benefit. It's never in our benefit. You don't see a glitch and all of a sudden we all getting $10 surges all day long. You don't see a glitch like that. We getting $20 surges all day long. You never see a glitch that benefits us. But the glitch always benefits the app and they always make all the money, retain all the money, and we're left fighting and arguing to get what we're due. So I'm glad Bighorn Kev, man, just like, hey, I'm out there doing private rides, making big money. That's what we got to do, brother. Be up there and fight. And the thing is, I've been dealing with my truck. I've been dealing with the cars. I've been, dealing with my house and everything. I have not driven on the apps in 2025 yet. I've not. I almost did today. I was like, man, I'm going to go out and drive today. I turned the apps on. I was talking to Jamil. I said, you know what? I ain't worried about these apps. I saw the trash coming through. I turned it right back off again. I haven't driven in 2025 on the apps yet, but I might go out later tonight because hopefully this is going to be a good weekend. I'll go out, drive for a few hours, see how much money. What up, Manny? My brother, Manny the Cowboy. So I'm going to see if I can go out and make a couple of bucks or whatever, just to get back in the swing of things for 2025. Like I said, I've only done private all year. Because me and the apps, we need to fight. If we're going to fight back, you hear everybody talking about protesting. We got the big protest coming up February the 14th. we've got to truly protest every day in our own way. We can't sit around and let these apps have their way with us, let big tech have their way with us, and we just deal with it. I told y'all, ramp up, get your money right, stack your money, be ready for the battle, because it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. So what everybody needs to do, get your savings up to give you that security to where if you don't want to drive today, you're not forced to go out there and take trash rides all day because you took care of all your bills, you took care of your life, you got everything going. But if you're not taking care of your savings, you're not taking care of your credit, like I said, I'm gonna do a live stream about that, then these apps have you by the balls, basically. They do whatever they want to do with you. So now I'm glad to hear, like I said, Manny, man, I'm glad to hear people out there converting and fighting back. I'm glad to hear that. Because it makes me happy, because I hate to see people play it out, and I hate to see these pigeons out there just taking these shit rides all day, and everybody's like, well, I have to because I gotta feed my kids. That's what the apps want to hear. They want to hear that you struggling to the point to where they control you. They want to hear that. But when you say, you know what, I'm gonna take the day off, man, because they ain't but trash out here. They know, well, we gotta pay to get these people out here driving. We gotta pay. And a lot of people know, man, I can't stand these damn. I got to find a way how to keep pop-ups from popping up. Not pop-ups, but there's notifications coming off. That's why I took Facebook off my phone to begin with, because I hate notifications all day. So I don't have Facebook on my phone. Well, I don't got Messenger. But it's like they keep popping up all these notifications. And I'm like, and that shit's loud in my ear. I don't like that. See, Jeff, no rides this year. You must be sitting on a bag. Man, it's not even about the bag. It's about I prepared myself. I got enough private clients that keep us fed. We got enough transactions coming down the pipe. And like I said, when you doing private rides, I can do 3 private clients a day and be done for the day. On Uber and Lyft, you see people 28 rides. 28. If I did 28 rides in a day, man, that's crazy. 28 rides in a day. If I did 28 private rides in a day, I'd probably walk away with 3 G's. They're playing Monopoly, the execs. It was like you're talking to another driver. They're playing Monopoly, the execs. Yeah. Because if I did 28 rides and I did $100 a piece, that's $2,800 I'm making in a day. But see, I do 3 or 4 private rides and I'm good. I'm like, man, I'm cool for the day. I'm good. I'm not going to sit there and mess around doing all these $7. When I was on the phone with Jamil and I had my rides were popping up, it was like $6 rides, $11 rides, $15 rides for 22 miles. These were all on a base tier. I had all open to see what was out there because they weren't sending nothing in black. So yeah, so go on your phone settings, open the app. Inside each app, the settings are you can turn off notifications. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna end up turning off notifications on my laptop. I use my laptop on my live streams and I don't want no notifications popping up. But I don't know why tonight it started happening. It never had Facebook notifications on my live streams. It does it on my phone, but never on my live stream. So that kind of threw me off. I'm like, something must have updated. But I'll figure it out. But yeah, man, if I'm doing that many rides a day, if you do 5 or 6 private rides in one day, you could take the next 2 or 3 days off and not miss a beat. Because each private ride is paying you $100, $75, $90, $80, because that's what they were paying the app anyways. They were paying the app $125. They'd rather just give you $100. So if you do that 3 times a day, you done did 3 rides. You worked maybe a total of about 2.5, 3 hours, and you walk away with like $300. You don't have to boot up your app no more. So at the end of last year, I was hammering it, man. I was private riding myself to death. I was in my phone all the time, private riding, going nuts. All of a sudden, I stacked, man. I just stacked. So when 2025 hit, I was like, you know what? I'm going to drive at some point this year, just not right now. I'm going to work on my social media stuff. I'm going to get my cars together because I'm doing all my modifications on my cars. I'm doing my upgrades. I'm doing my housework. I'm dealing with the dogs and everything, hanging out with them more often. I'll start driving in 2025. But right now, my private clients got me. I'm not giving myself to the apps just yet. Nope. So that TikTok outrage when those Facebook guys came on. Exactly. Some updated. So yeah, it's that individual of Facebook or whatever you run on a laptop. So either go into the settings, disable, or just delete the app. Yeah, but I think it's good because I got Facebook running through the browser. I don't even have the app on my laptop. What up, AP? So it's something inside of my notifications where it's popping up, but I'll figure it out. I'll probably have to go through and change it. I don't get it. I'm like, dude, how am I getting pop-ups? What the hell? Never happens. But they haven't done it since I've been talking shit about it. I haven't seen another one pop up. It's funny. I think Facebook is listening in. They're like, dude, turn off his notifications, man. He don't like that shit. Turn it off. Trump said CCP infiltration, subversion, indoctrination, conspiracy is okay if China gives him the 500 billion. Give me the 500 billion. Then you can come over and use TikTok over here. Cool. No, man, but 2025 is going to be right. Manny, I know you out there doing private rides right now. And I'm probably going to end up tonight because it's been like 3 weeks. It's already in 2025. I got to start driving at some point on the apps. And so I'll probably drive tonight for a little bit. Definitely driving tomorrow because we got Barrett Jackson. And I want to do private rides. I want to go and convert a few rides, do something fun. Then I send in black SUV rides. Totally fine. Because I could take a basic ride and convert it. I've shown y'all how to do that shit. I take base rides and I tell motherfuckers, hey, I'm finna upgrade you. Since they not sending us black SUV rides, I'm here. You finna get a black SUV ride. But this is how much it's going to cost. And they always go, for real? Hell yeah, this is nice. Let's go. They love that kind of treatment, man. So if the apps ain't offering black SUV rides, go out and make you a black SUV ride. If you got a nice car and they won't put you on Lux, you make your car a Lux. You say, you know what? I got a Mercedes. I got a Lexus. I got this. And it's luxurious. I'm going to upgrade you from the basic Uber Eats package. And we're going to put you in this nice car right here. They'll love it. They'll love it. They'll be like, oh, yes. Hey, let's do it. How much? 40? Let's go. 40. Let's go. They'll drop that $40. And you won't be getting that 13. Take them all the way to the casino for $40. You ain't getting no $13 for that. No, get your $40. And that's how you do it. And these apps, if they were more transparent, that's the whole argument about it. And they showed riders what all the fees were compared to what the driver was getting. Trust me, these riders will be pissed off. Imagine going into a Walmart, like I said, a Walmart, saying, okay, I'm gonna buy this TV for $100. And you get to the counter and it's like $400. You're like, wait a minute, why is it $400? Oh, because all these fees we just added to it. You put the TV back, man. So my client just started laughing and said, man, you were doing a private ride. She said, or her husband, are we a private ride? Exactly. Hey, that's what we do. We take care of private rides. We treat our private clients like VIPs, man. We cruise. We enjoy life with them. These regular rides that you be getting off the app that they don't want to pay you for, I cancel those. I don't do those. It's like, no, you can have Dara come out and do those. He can leave his Uber CEO executive and drive down and do all these little pigeon rides. Since he's making $300 million a year, he can afford to do pigeon rides. We ain't making $300 million. So therefore, we got to go get the money the right way. We got to talk to the public. And I'm glad a lot of drivers are doing that now, because a lot of people, I remember when I first started trying to explain how to do it, nobody on YouTube liked it. It was a bunch of haters on YouTube, hated it. Oh man, y'all better not do that. Y'all better quit doing that. Y'all better. And now look at all on YouTube. Everybody's doing it now. They like, I'm short bus. Some people are slow to the punch. And I told y'all, if y'all are not getting private clients, if you are not converting rides, you are missing out on a huge opportunity right now, because the apps are not paying nobody. Everybody was late to the party. Now everybody's doing it. And they looking at me like, Jeff, how can you take a whole month off driving and not miss no bills? Because I've been doing this for a while. I told you I've been doing this for a while. Anybody can do it. All of y'all can do it. Anybody can drive to the point to where they don't even drive for the rest of the month. Like I said, the last time I drove on the apps was New Year's Eve. I haven't driven on the app since New Year's Eve. When you got private clients, where you know how to conduct business, you become an independent contractor. The apps, those are for employees. They're turning into employees. So therefore, if you're going to sit around all day dancing with the apps, letting the apps give you $11, $13, $7. One ride on the Professor's channel was $1.70. I guarantee that rider probably paid about $10, $15 for that ride, and the driver got it for $1.70. You think the app's scared? No. Dara's going to say, oh, AI made a mistake. AI made a mistake. Ain't that what they just said about the whole Google thing and charging that congestion fee up in New York? They said the system made a mistake. None of the humans made a mistake. No, none of the humans made a mistake. The AI made the mistake. The system made the mistake. That's what they tried to say. So you got to see what's coming down the pipe. And I've been saying it for a long time. That's why I can take a few weeks off work and not be out in these streets. Like I said, I ain't putting no miles on my truck. I probably got the same gas in this truck. This truck, the gas in my truck is the same gas that me and Jamil put in this thing when we were up at Costco, and we ran into we ran into Omar, and I was out. That was the night that we did the big ride with the 14 people. That's the night that we took the 14 people downtown. That's the last time I put gas in that truck. And before that, it was like New Year's Eve. So I only put gas in my truck once the whole month. That's it. And people say, well, how are you doing private rides? I'm like, because you don't drive that much on private rides. You dropping $75, $60, $100, $120, $200, $360. I did a ride for $360. When you getting paid like that, you don't got to do no $7 rides all day. How many $7, $8 rides do you got to do to equal $360? You got to do like 50 rides. You've got to do 50 rides at $70 to equal one ride that I do. 50 rides. That's a whole weekend of rides. You got to do a whole weekend of rides at $7. And that's what they're paying right now. A bunch of pigeon rides, $7, $11, $13. Like I said, $15 for 20 something miles. Man, I was like, I ain't going down there. No, I ain't going down there. And one ride was dropping all the way down to, it was going down the 101. I was taking 60 all the way down to 101, down to the 202. And it was cutting over. I think it was like $14. And I'm like, and it was leaving like by my house. And I'm by the airport all the way to the 202 for $14. The cheapest ride I've ever taken from the airport to the 202 was $28. And I was mad about the $28. I was mad about it. I was like, how you just paid me $28 to go to the 202? And now they're paying $14 for that same type of ride. 14. They've cut it in half. So I really ain't doing it. No. If I was mad about the 28, I'm really upset about the 14. That ain't happening. And now I've taken a ride from the 202 up to downtown for $90, which is a little bit past me. $90, I'll do that. $90, but 14? No. What up, TB? Man. What up, nice boys? My brother up in the house, man. That's what we doing. Yes, I haven't driven since my last offer of $278 for 15 minutes. No thanks. Exactly. $278. I'm like, this is cheaper than bus fare. It costs more to get on a bus. And on the bus, you got bubble gum, you got, napkins in the floor, you got chewed up straws laying around you and everything. And they got the nerve to tell you that somebody being in your personal private car with Spotify, nice clean leather seats, nice floorboards, LEDs up under the seats is cheaper than a bus ride. Uber and Lyft have turned into public transportation. They have literally turned into public transportation. So if you're not doing private rides, you're encouraging yourself to be used as public transportation, basically. And now they're going Waymo and everything. I mean, the Waymos are going to be worse than that. People are going to be getting in these nasty ass cars and everything. And it's like, yeah, nah. So I look at my cars as private vehicles. And, we hook them up. We customize and we put nice shit in them. We do a lot of stuff. I'm not going to let somebody pay me less. And that nice ass car, either car I got, less than what it's going to cost them on the bus. They packing up people's cars out here. 4 or 5 people to a car, 4 or 5 people, $10. I'm like, bro, that's like $2 a person to ride in this nice ass car. $2 a person. I mean, at least say, hey, you know what? This is a nice car. You got 4. Let's at least minimum we should be giving you is like $25, minimum 25. But they don't base it on that. They base it on one person having an account and inviting all these other people to ride for free. Oh, it's going to cost me like $7 to ride. Well, you could bring 3 extra friends with you for that price too. 4 people for $7. Get the fuck out my car. That's what I say. It's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to sit up there and let these apps run my cars ragged. Manny just had to replace his front end suspension. His truck is already heavy. He's already got some stuff done on his truck to make it heavy. So we out here paying for front end suspension, rear struts, rear shocks, coils, springs, tie rods, lower control arms, up control arms, and we doing $7 rides. It's like, no, doubt it. Nope. It costs too much. You can't make a living to pay for your bills at your house, to put food in your refrigerator, then turn around and go get lower and upper control arms. You in a hole at that point. You in debt. You in debt at that point. It was like, no. I was offered $1.50 and $3 rides with stops. Yeah. I'm telling Doree, I would be like, nope, decline. Or I'd ride up to the person. If the person was close to me, I would ride up to them and say, hey, listen, this is how much they're trying to offer me for this ride. Because one lady, when I was sitting, I was at Circle K, and it was a black ride. I was at Circle K, and it was a short ride. And I'm at Circle K. She's at the hotel. It was just Circle K and back. They was trying to pay me like $9 for like 1 mile. It was like a half-mile tour. Then it was going to be a half mile here and so a mile and a half, basically. $9. I got to her. She was taking too long. So I canceled. I said, cancel that shit. I'm not sitting. If I pull up to the hotel and you not walking out, if I pull up to the hotel, you ain't ready yet, I'm already gone. I'm not going to sit in front of some hotel for 5-10 minutes waiting on you. I sat there for about 2 minutes. She didn't come out. Cancel. As soon as I started driving out the little thing, she came walking up the fire escape. She was like flagging me down and everything. She walked up. I said, I'm sorry, but I was waiting at the front. I ain't see nobody. So I thought maybe somebody just wanted to cancel the ride. So I just canceled it. She's like, no, I got to go to Circle K. I was like, all right, bet. I said, we could do it just off app. She was like, well, I'll just give you $20. I just have to go to the ATM. I was like, all right, cool. So instead of me getting like $9 or $11, I ended up getting $20. All I did was just take her to Circle K and back to the hotel. I cancel people real quick. I'm like, nope. And I'll tell them why I cancel them, because I ain't got shit to hide. I'm an independent contractor. If you wasting my time, I'm going to tell you where you wasting my time. I don't make a lot of money waiting on people. They don't pay me nothing to wait. So if you ain't ready yet, don't book a ride yet. When you ready, or you can see on the map where your ride is, get your ass outside, because they don't pay me to wait. I'm honest with people. And I still got a 5-star rating. I'm a jackass with a 5-star rating. And they look at me like, how's this dude a 5-star? He be telling people off. I don't tell people off. I tell people the truth. I'm like, listen, you taking too long, man. I'm like, I'm sitting here in a nice ass car. You're going to get me carjacked and shit to make this $7. Nah, I got to drive off. I'm not, oh, my bad. We'll hurry up. I'll be like, yeah, dude, I'm sitting in a nice ass Beamer. Nice ass Beamer at 3:00 in the morning waiting on you. Bro, I'll drive off in this shit. I'm not going to get carjacked in my Beamer waiting on you. No, you better be ready. I got to move, man. They just changed the name to Uber, Lyft, to Poverty Rideshare. Exactly. You know, I'm telling you, actually get respect for telling them off. And I be telling it. Because y'all need to get out to Westworld tonight for the Bear Jackson folks. Go and get that money up there. Because I got to let people know we play a dangerous game. There was just a dude around the corner from me the other night. Old dude. Him and the passenger had an argument. Somehow they ended up outside of the car. The lady jumped in the driver's seat and ran his ass over in his own car, killed him. She's in jail now. This is the shit we deal with in rideshare. They sitting there arguing. Somehow they end up outside the car. Don't know if she had a weapon and told him to get out or whatever happened, this and that. She ended up running this dude over. This is right around the corner from me, like right around the corner. Rideshare driver, 70-something years old, run over in his own shit. Probably for a little $7 ride. You got killed over a $7 ride. This is what I tell folks, man. When I'm doing rideshare, I keep it real. I tell people, I don't wait. If you're not ready, text me and say, I'm not ready yet. Cool. Because if you're not ready yet, I'm going to fucking chill where I'm at. I'm not moving. I'm going to sit and chill for a minute. Yeah, Darius, this has happened like probably 2 days ago. This is, yeah, $10 for that little panda box. Yeah. And so I'm sitting and I tell people, man, it's like, listen, if I'm chilling at Quick Trip right now and I'm not going nowhere, the best thing for you to do is to text me and say, hey, you don't got to rush. You don't got to move, man. Just stay where you at right now. I'm like, okay, cool. Because if you're going to sit up there and have me go there, nah. I'm gonna be like, listen, I will not leave my spot. Sit in your spot around bushes and shit. I've done that. People be sitting by bushes waiting on people. If you sitting by bushes waiting on somebody, that's the perfect time for somebody to carjack you. Somebody could call you and be like, hey man, just sit in front of the apartment complex. I'll be right out. You sit there. They probably set you up. There's apartment complexes right near downtown Phoenix. It's one way in, one way out. When I first started doing rideshare, I didn't know how this shit really worked. I would drive in and I'd be waiting for, if you see a bunch of cars on bricks, broke down cars ain't been registered in 6 years. You see cars and shit with the engine hanging out, cars with no transmissions all over the place. And I'm pulling these ragged ass apartments. I'm like, I'm in a nice ass Jeep and shit cruising in. The person, little icon, when the icon used to be yellow, they used to be sitting inside of the building. I'm sitting there waiting. Fuck that, cancel. Ooh, I'll drive off. I ain't getting carjacked in some apartments with one way in, one way out. Hell no. It's like, for what? $11? It's like, you gonna carjack me for $11? My Jeep is no, motherfucker. When you ready, when I pull up next time, be outside. Because if you not, you're gonna be calling another Uber. And here I am, 5 years later, rolling, never carjacked, still got money to take a whole month off. The way I move for future, for security, for my own stability. I don't move for these apps. So y'all got to realize if you're going to drive for these apps or you're going to drive for yourself. That's the difference right there. Yes, what you love to say? So I don't play that waiting game. I test my router when I'm 5 minutes away. They not there. I'm going to go. Exactly. Text them first. Be like, hey, listen, I'm on my way. Okay. Or if I see somebody say, hey, man, it told me it was wait and save, and I hit wait and save. I didn't think you'd be here in the next 5 minutes. Really, because I don't need a ride till 20 minutes. I don't even text them back. I just cancel it because they told me all the information I need to know. They said, hey, man, I was looking for wait and save. I didn't know he was going to be here in the next 5 minutes, man. I'm not going to be ready for like another 10 or 15 minutes. I don't be like, oh, that's okay, bro. I don't even text back. You told me everything I need to know. Boop. Cancel. I'm sitting right where I'm at. Shit, I ain't moving. Next. It's like, that's how you do. That's how you got to do rideshare. If they give you all the information you need, use that information to make that decision. You make an executive decision on the spot. You don't got to ask for permission again. Should I cancel? Can I cancel? You got to ask shit. No, cancel them. They told you everything you need to know. They hit wait and save. They gave you the app, the ride. They're not ready yet. Cancel. They'll get somebody else. And the next rider they get might actually be 15 minutes away. So that's going to be perfect for them. The whole situation is perfect. And Lyft be mad. Lyft be mad at me, man. They be like, oh, you got to stop canceling. We're going to suspend you if you keep canceling. I'm like, then fucking do it. Don't tell me you're going to suspend me. Just suspend me. I hate when the app be threatening me all the time. If you do that again, we're going to suspend you. Suspend me and get it over with so we can get to the next level. I'm not dealing with that shit, man. It's like, if you're going to do something, just do it. Get it over with so we can move on. Because if you hurry up and suspend me, I ain't got to worry about waiting on shit. I'm already suspended. Now I got some time before my next one, or I'm going to get on Lyft, or I'm going to go convert some rides somewhere. I'm going to do something. Yeah, that's Lyft threatening me with a week suspended and canceling too often. Then what they need to do, what Lyft needs to do, is pay better. When you pay better, ain't nobody canceling. Ain't nobody giving up no good money. But all these declines and all these cancels, this is shit that the investors don't know about. They don't know about cancels. They don't know about all these declines. They need to know that. All these rides, nah. If they looked at all the AR of all the drivers, they'd realize Lyft and Uber's a sinking ship. Nobody's doing these rides right now. I mean, if the money's not good, cancel. Decline. We ain't messing with it, man. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for you and you right in front of the house. Cancel. Oh, that's happened too much. Fast and easy. Happened too much. We're looking for you. Where are you at? I'm like, bro, I'm in an orange BMW. It's bright as hell, sitting right in front of the pin where you put the pin at. Oh man, we're not even on that side. Can you drive around? I'm like, cancel. As soon as you say we're not even on that side, cancel. I'm gonna sit here and chill for a minute. That's why I don't drive long distance to pick people up, because I cancel too much. I'll drive a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, sometimes 4 or 5 miles. I'll do it. But I cancel too much to be driving 10 miles to pick up somebody, because I get there, they go, oh man, we're actually on the other side of the building. Can you leave, come back out, go back in, follow another rider in, hit a pin code, follow that UPS truck in, come back downstairs, pull in backwards, make sure you go around the bush, then go up the tree, park next to the tree and double high beam us and we'll know it's you. Cancel. I ain't doing all that shit. It's like, no. I'm like, uh-oh. So, all right, Jeff, here we go. About to flip the apps on. Let's see what we get the pigeons. That's what's going. As soon as you turn the app on, that's what it goes. It goes. That's the only apps I got that I turn them on and they go. Fucking pigeon call. I'll be like, oh shit. I turn it off real quick. It's like most people hear that shit. They hear that. They get all happy. Oh, my Uber app's on. Was that all pigeon? That baddie shit. You turn the app on as soon as that first ride pops up. It's like, oh shit, $5 for 9 miles. Hell yeah, accepted. Got that popcorn. Oh man, I heard that Adolphus Lyft prices are ridiculously low with what's going on in California. Oh yeah, I heard that, man. And this is what I think of what happened in all the places that are having like natural disasters and stuff like that. They're not charging a whole lot, but they're not paying even worse. The apps ain't taking a hit. The apps are keeping their same percentages, but they're just dropping the fares for the drivers really low because they need to make, the apps want to make their money. They don't care about the drivers. The apps want to make their money. So they think if they can starve you out, you're going to start taking the trash rides. That's what it is, man. It's like, nuh-uh. Say, you need people like me. I know it. Say the pigeon call opening the apps is like the Green Power Ranger calling for Megatron. I know it. As soon as you open the app up. Nuh-uh. Say, fuck that. I'm not driving all these fires around me. I heard, man. And at this point, dead serious. I'm going to tell you like this. It's the middle of wintertime. The sun is not that hot. Somebody is starting these fires. I could see if it was summertime and fires just popping up everywhere. Bro, it's like 30 degrees outside. The sun is not that hot. Somebody is out there doing this on purpose, man. And this is billions of dollars worth of damage. And people are screwing around, man. Screwing around. This is, man, that's the bad thing about the west side of the valley, at least here in Phoenix, in the west side. Your average drive to pick up the driver, to pick up about 3 to 5 miles. Oh, yeah. 3 to 5. I could do 3 to 5 miles. That's it. 3 to 5 is my but I love the 1 mile pickup because I can drive to somebody for 1 mile, give them my little spiel. If they say, oh, that's what's up, let's do it. Cool. It was only took me 1 mile. That's it. Let's roll. But if I get there for 1 mile and say, no, I just want to leave it on the app. Motherfucker, I got another app for you. I'm telling you, I have another app. Just the app is going to pay me more, even though you're paying the same, if not less. I got another app. So it's going to be on an app. If you worried about being tracked and shit, we going to be on an app. But I'm just not going to be on an app that's not paying me. That's all. So we can leave it on an app. It's just not the app you want to be. No, not that one. It's not my can we go through the drive-thru? Man, we don't do that no more. Nope. I'll tell you, I'll be like this. I will not take you through a drive-thru, but what I will do is drop you off. You can get your food and then ping me back and I'll come back and get you. Say, but I'm not sitting, my car, I cannot sit in the drive-thru. And if you do it, make sure you get your cash up front. Do not fall for we're going to tip you on the app because they're going to be laughing like a mother when they get out your car. Oh, he thinks we're going to tip me in the app. No, get your money up front. If you say, I'll go to the drive-thru for you, but it's going to be like, another $20 because the time is my opportunity cost. I could have already had you dropped off at your house by now, and I'm missing a $20, $25, $30 ride right now. So if you're going to be in my way, killing my opportunity of me just dropping you off at your house, you can order Uber Eats, whoever you want to do. You sucking up my time now. You knocking off about a $25, $30 ride off of me right now. So I'm telling you, for $20, I'll do it. Opportunity costs. You can't tell me, well, we need extra $3. No, I don't want no extra $3. I want to drop you off so I can go get my money. And anybody who's in business knows about opportunity costs. And these people will eat up your opportunity and laugh on the way up the steps. He think we gonna tip me in the app. Nah, that's right. Always get it up front. Because like my man Chad, I know Chad, you out there listening, man. And you already know the people you dropped off at those apartments one time, you dropped them off and they said it was gonna pay you when they got to the apartments and they took off running. And you text me and you said, man, what should I do? I said, well, you can't do nothing now. It'd be different if they left like a fucking phone in the car or an iPad, or they left, a bag in the car. If they leave something in the car, you can at least go pawn that shit, get your money back. But they ran away. You ass out now. To drop the 50 plus people here in less than 20 likes, run likes my man AG. Oh, thanks, Pain Wins. I believe it, brother. Thank you. 50 plus people in less than 20 likes. But I'm going to tell you something, Pain Wins. This is the reason why a lot of I don't get likes. A lot of people that watch these live streams are actually employees of the apps. They sitting at work right now, or they sitting at home right now trying to get the play. They trying to get the play. I'm not stupid. I know half the people that sit here that don't click like, they're not here to get information. They're trying to get the next play on us. That's what they doing. They want to find something to hate on, find a hole to pitch themselves in. I already know the play, man, and I'm cool with that. And that's why they haven't been able to stop us. I mean, they sitting over there trying to find 2 and 3 jobs and shit. So they look at all these people with W-2s getting fired and laid off over the past 2 or 3 weeks. You know how many W-2 people been? I mean, what? Amazon been laid people off. The Fry's grocery stores or whoever the hell, all these people getting fired in Phoenix right now, all W-2 people. These are the same people that used to talk shit about us saying go get a real job. They sit on my live stream right now. They don't want to click like because they don't like what I got to say. They just want to see what hole can they get into to screw with us. That's all it is. A lot of them do that shit. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Because they done sat here for at least 3-4 years on my channel watching us advance. They sitting here watching us go from driving, Uber X cars to Lux cars to black SUVs. They watching us. And then my man Jamil, like I told y'all, we gonna get this money. My man Jamil, and I'm gonna put his business out there. I don't know where he is right now, but I'm about to put his business out there. If he was online, then he could tell me not to, but that's what you get for not getting on my live streams. If you get on my live streams, you can tell me not to put your business out there. But since you not, Jamil, you screwed yourself. Because you sent me some cool shit. And I'm going to show everybody some cool shit. Next time, don't send me no cool shit. Let me find this real quick. Hold up for a second. Oh, where we at? Where are we at? Bam, here it is right here. So my man Jamil, y'all know Jamil. Jamil, he started out with the Gladiator. So he was doing the Gladiator. And this is how we do. That Stripe video drop was blind hilarious. Them W-2 people. And so he started with the Gladiator. He wasn't making that many strides. I think they had him at XL. That was about high as he can go. Then he bought the Grand Cherokee. They had him at Lux for a while. So he was making good money doing Lux. Then they kicked Lux. So all of us dropped off of Lux. He went out and bought the black SUV. So he's been doing black SUV and the Aviator, loving the Aviator, cruising the Aviator. I loaned him my truck because he had a client. So I loaned him my truck. He took my truck and TJ and everybody to the airport, tons of luggage, tons of people, the whole family. They all went to Thailand and shit. They driving my truck. Jamil fell in love with that. I tell people that's a big ass school bus. It's a 7-seater school bus and you still got tons of space in the back. So what Jamil do? Jamil went and bought one. Like what? Yesterday, this truck showed up at his house. They shipped it in from California. He bought a big ass. I got a 2019. He's got a 2022 Expedition, big boy. So now he's got 2 black SUVs. He's got his Aviator still in his driveway because he didn't get rid of that. Kind of like how I got the Beamer still. And then he went out and bought this big ass Expedition right here. So now we got matching trucks. I got the 19. He's got the 22. So now, and we both can take 7 passengers. Last week how we had to take 14 people and it took us 3 trucks to take 14. Next time, all we need is 2 trucks. That's it, 2 trucks. And we can do, like, I'm telling you, man, these people have been sitting on our channel watching us level up for years, complaining about how we do work, complaining, oh, you guys be doing cash rides. You can't do that. We buying cars left and right, investing in business right now, investing in business. People telling us, oh, well, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. When you got private clients, you don't have to worry about the apps. Jamil could do 3 private clients a week, 3 a week, 3, and pay for that truck. And he still got 27 days for the rest of the month. All you need is 3 clients a week to pay for your new shit. 3 clients a week, private. And you've just paid for your, whatever the truck note is, you've covered it. I mean, people wonder, how in the hell do you got 2 car notes, Jeff? And the bank knows. The bank does my money. The bank knows how much money I make. Insurance on all the fucking cars I got, everything. Private clients. If you don't have private clients, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you do have private clients, you're like, man, life is a little bit easier. It's less stressful. And when you have a driver who's less stressful and more attentive to the road, more attentive to the clients, more attentive to life, you have a better situation. When you have a stressed out driver that's fatigued because he got to drive 12 hours a day just to feed himself. He's driving 12 hours every single day. He's got road fatigue. He's got road rage, pissed off and broke. He ain't got nothing to, you don't want no Uber driver. You don't want no Lyft driver because you're going to have somebody who's frustrated. People always arguing and fighting with Lyft and Uber drivers. Private drivers, we love in life. We like you. I mean, you love your life. We love our life. Everything's good. You pick up a Uber or Lyft driver. Guess what? It's a pissed off person. Ask me. I know. Listen to all my ride-alongs. I was pissed off. I hated them old trashy ass rides. I be pissed, man. And it always took a rider to get in to change my whole attitude. Because when I got a certain rider and the rider would be like this and that, cool. Few riders I didn't like. But for the most part, it would always take a rider to make you appreciate doing his job. The money, if you in rideshare for the money, you're in the wrong business. You're in the wrong business. Private rides, ride service, now you're talking money because you're doing services for money. We got a couple of videos that's going to drop with Jamil kind of breaking down ride service and how we do it. And I think my man Luke was on the video too, but we got it coming in. We did a whole professional shoot. Manny was there, like Cowboy Manny. All of us were there. We were all there. It was probably about 30 trucks, 30 black trucks and cars showed up that day. And we even had some that weren't black. We had Manny's got silver. We had about 3 or 4 silver vehicles showed up. A couple of white cars showed up. We had a white Suburban and we had a white Escalade showed up. So it's not all just black cars. But it was a whole bunch of people who want to get involved in ride service who were done dealing with these apps. So we all met up at the park with Pax. And we all met, we met up with Matt. Matt's one of the investors. We met up with Matt. Great guy. Shelly's there. She's the new treasurer, the controller there. She's doing all the work there. Daniel Sidler, he's always going to be there. I was hoping Nathan was going to show up because I had something to say to him. Nathan, you owe me $20. No, I'm just kidding. And then my man Robert, he's always coming through. So he came through and he was there, having a great time, talking to all the drivers, keeping everybody hyped up. But he's the one who's actually getting this to really jump off the ground. And that's why we appreciate PAX for doing what they do for the drivers in Phoenix. What's going on in Colorado right now should not be happening. Colorado is fighting back, and I'm glad Colorado's fighting back. But Phoenix is just going to go to every city. What's happening in Colorado is going to go to every city. I expect Phoenix to stand up and fight back. There's money in Phoenix for people who want to do ride service. There's money in Phoenix for people who want to take care of their vehicle, stay sober, get your sleep in, eat right, and go out and serve your community every day. Go out there and get people to and from. There's money in that. And for a lot of people, that's not, how many people I've run into saying, man, my Uber driver, I think he was high. His whole car smelled like weed and shit. They can't even stay sober. They got to get high just to do the ride share. They can't even do it. I'm like, man. And that's how bad it's gotten, to the point where people got to, drink themselves out of misery, smoke weed out of misery, because ride share is taking them so far down in the hole. When you're doing ride service, you're dealing with the same clients. You're dealing with upscale clients. You're dealing with people who not even upscale, just people who are just tired of the Uber shit. They tired of getting different drivers and drivers who cancel, and drivers are mad. Well, if you don't put on your seatbelt, I'm not going nowhere. I tell people every day, you ain't got to wear your seatbelt if you don't want to. That's on you if you fly out the windshield or not. That ain't got shit to do with me. It's like, I got my seatbelt on. When I ride my motorcycle, I never wear a seatbelt because motorcycles don't come with seatbelts. And I've been riding motorcycles for 26 years with no seatbelt on my motorcycle. So if you don't want to wear a seatbelt, that's fucking fine. I've been riding a motorcycle with no doors and windows around me, completely no seatbelt, and I'm still alive. I'm good. So I don't knock people for not wearing seatbelts. That's your choice. Knock yourself out. If a seatbelt's gonna save your life, they would put seatbelts on motorcycles too. So apparently it is what it is. Motorcycles don't come with, scooters don't even come with seatbelts. They don't strap your ass on there. You just, if you flip off, you flip off. That's just what it is. But my brother Eric had his own dealership in San Diego. Let me know if you need anything in San Diego. Get up one of these Uber and Lyft off leases. Hey, I'm telling you. And that's what Jamil, his has 50,000 miles on it. So 2022 with 50,000 miles. Now, I know my year. I know everything about my year. I don't know much about the 22s, but I know the 19s. We got the cam phaser issue, which is cool because I already ordered my cam phasers. And whenever I want to take time to change them, I could change those out to the new upgraded cam phasers of the newer cars. Luckily, I'm a mechanic, because if I had to pay a shop to do all the shit that I do to my cars, I'd probably be broke by now. Man, I'd be broke. So, hey, Jeff, my truck is black. Man, your truck is like dark blue. Your truck is not black. It is dark blue. It's like a silver dark blue. I've seen it before. I think, Manny, you colorblind, man. Somebody told you that truck was black. That truck is the darkest, like a Chevy silver blue. What year is that truck? What year is it? Tell me that. What year is that truck? Is that a 24, a 23, or 24? What is that? I'm about to show you something. What year is that truck? I'm going to tell you what color your truck is. This is what about a truck? What a truck driver, here's the seatbelt snapped his neck. Oh, yeah. Them seatbelts, man, they don't budge. When they lock, they lock. You better be ready for it. We about to find out what color Manny's truck is because him and I are in a disagreement. Manny says it's black. I say it's a dark blue, silver blue. It's a dark silver blue. One of us is colorblind, and tonight we're about to find out which one of your Uber drivers is actually colorblind. He think he's been running purple lights. He's been running red lights this whole time. He said, yeah, my truck is black. But you're not telling me the year. Tell me the year, Manny. Come on. He won't tell me. He won't tell me. Now, my truck is not, it's black, but it's not like always black because it's like got this weird metallic in it, and I can see some blue in mine. I can see a little, but it's not blue. They call it like some kind of weird color. Ford got a weird color for that. Let me see. I'm going to do 2023 Suburban color. Let's say Suburban color options. Yeah, buddy. Let me see. You got sterling gray metallic, silver sage metallic, radiant red tint coat, and additional buyers can opt in for a new blacked out grille that suits their personal style, but it's not saying what Manny's is. I need to find out what color yours is, Manny, because I'm telling you, I'm going to find out. Let's look up the 2023 Suburban. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know if your truck is black, man. It's like a blue to it. I'm going to find it. We're going to figure out your color, man. We're going to figure it out. But hopefully you guys that are out there, especially you guys at the Barrett Jackson, be safe. Make sure you play this podcast for your riders out there, and your riders will know exactly how the ride service industry is changing. Do not fear. Ride service is here. So if your people sit up there and they go, hey, you know what? I'm only getting paid $21 for this ride all the way to Goodyear. And they go, well, shit, we paid $94 for this ride. Yeah, I'm getting $24. Trust me, it's happening all the time. That's why we play these podcasts for these riders in this car, because they say, oh, we thought you was lying. No, it's happening across the boards. Uber and Lyft taking money out of communities. And all of a sudden you see a lot of these, like I said, you see a lot of people on my view count on videos and all. You don't see as many likes. That's because we got people from the industry actually watching this channel, changing what they do in the industry to mimic what we're doing over here. You can try to do what you want to do. What's going to happen? What up, Dom? What's going to happen is that the riders are going to realize rideshare is coming to our communities, taking the economy out of our communities. Because like I said, if your community is worth $1 million, that $1 million needs to circulate your community before it leaves your community. Let everybody buy from everybody and support everybody within that community. What Uber and Lyft is they are a hand outside of the community saying this community is worth $1 million. They reach in and say, we're going to take out about 400,000 to 500,000. Now your community is only worth 400,000 or 500,000 now, or 500,000 to 600,000. So your community is not $1 million community no more, because Uber uses this technology through your telephone. It uses a telephone to reach in, extract commerce out of your community, give a little bit back to the driver. So the driver only has a little bit, 30 to 40, 50%. The driver only gets a little bit back, and they pull that economy out using this weapon right here. They use this weapon and they pull that economy out. And next thing you know, everybody in the economy is like, well, we now got to spend. Okay, Manny, I see black metallic. All right. Next time I see you, maybe I'm colorblind. We're about to find out who's right. Yeah, Darius, man, we got to preach this to the riders, because a lot of people don't understand why our local economies are suffering, why bakeries are closing, why flower shops are closing, why the little small mom and pop stores are closing, because Uber's taking money out of everybody's pocket, W-2 people and drivers. It's taking money from all of us. And we don't have that discretionary income to spend in our community to help support people making candles, support people who do landscaping, support people who are mechanics, support people who do windshields. They're taking all the money. This phone is one of the most powerful weapons in 2025. There's speech in this phone that they want to control. They want to control speech that we type through these phones. This is a weapon. People think it's just a telephone. Oh, it's my cell phone. This phone this one is about a $600 weapon right here. And I can use this weapon for good or for evil. I can use it to rip people off. I can cuss people out. I can be block banned from Facebook with this little weapon right here. I choose to use this weapon to text my clients to make money. So this reaches into my neighborhood, makes money, and keeps that money in my neighborhood. What up, Eric? What's good, brother? And once riders know that these weapons right here that they're holding in their hand, they're allowing money to be extracted out of our community. I'm gonna book a ride with Uber. I'm gonna book a ride with Lyft. Tell you what you do. Ask that driver for a business card. Keep that money in your community. Because when that driver is making, $50 off of you, he's gonna spend that $50 in the community. When Uber charges you $80 for that ride, the rider's going to get about $40 to $50 out of that. The rest of that money is leaving your community. So you could take $1 million community and turn into a $500,000 community overnight. Every time we have big events here in Phoenix, that money belongs to the city of Phoenix. When we have big events anywhere in Arizona, that money belongs to the state of Arizona. Uber and Lyft, they're using that tech to reach into our state and say, ooh, you guys are having New Year's operations? Ooh, give us some of that money. Oh, you guys are having concerts? Give us some of that money. Oh, you guys are having parades? Oh, give us some of that money. So Uber and Lyft sits around on the outskirts of life, robbing everybody. That's why they don't want to be transparent. Because once they become transparent, it opens the Pandora's box to how much in tax revenues we're losing, why our streets and roads ain't fixed, why projects take 2 years now instead of just a year. Projects be taking 1 year, 2, 3 year, 4 years. These projects used to be done like in no time. They don't even get approved fast no more because we don't have the money. Where's all the money going? Well, people are using Uber and Lyft all the time now. They're not using public transportation. They're not using taxis no more like we used to use taxis all the time. Taxis are local. So you use a taxi, that money stays in the city. That money stays wherever that taxi company is. You use Uber and Lyft, the money don't stay where the taxi company is. Taxis used to help keep the economy rolling smooth. If you didn't use a taxi, you called your next door neighbor. If your next door neighbor couldn't do it, you just called a taxi. That money always stayed in community. Uber and Lyft came and said, you know what? People keep using taxis or they keep using your neighbors. Let's make all this shit about commercial insurance and let's not let nobody take nobody nowhere unless they have a phone and they can call us. That's how they take money out the economy. And we used to use public transit. Man, I grew up on the bus. I used to love riding the bus because on the bus is where you meet everybody. It was fun. Use the subways, use the buses. We don't even use public transportation no more. People need to go somewhere. They'll pay Uber $6, $7 to get a nice private BMW pulling up. Ooh, $7. Ooh, I get a Beamer, $7. No, you don't get a Beamer for $7. If you want to, you got to go to the store. You want to give me 15, 20 bucks? I'll take it to the store. But $7, you know what I'm going to get out of that? $3. I'm going to get $3. And you're going to ride in this nice ass Beamer for $3. Tell you what, keep your money. Ride the bus. Take the bus down to Walmart. You're going to be sitting on the bus stop, pissed off, waiting, keep looking out on the street, seeing if it's coming, waiting. And you'll be like, damn, I'll get somebody $10, $15 to take me to the store. I'm tired of waiting on this damn bus stop. Because guess what? You got to do that same shit on the way back. Opportunity costs. So if you want us to cart you around efficiently, quickly, you ain't missing no opportunities. It's going to cost you a little bit, but it's okay because I'm going to return the money to you. Because this is our economy. You're going to get the money back somehow, but using Uber and Lyft, you ain't going to get that money back. Everybody going to be sitting around, man, how come our streets and roads is like shit? How come we ain't got no pretty trees and the flowers they used to grow in the middle of the street? They don't even do beautification day no more. We don't have flowers. Everything rock now. Everything's this and that. Well, we're allowing technology to come into our communities and take our economy. That's basically what's happening. And it's a lot of these people watching my podcast. They know exactly what I'm talking about because they're paid to do this. They sitting around in their community probably seeing it too. They see cars on bricks. They see cars with cobwebs from the frame down to the ground. This car ain't been moved in 2 years. It's got 2 stickers on the side. Hey, you need to register this car, move it. What up, Rod? These people see it. They ain't stupid. And we want to talk about poverty. The reason why we're getting closer and closer to poverty because we're letting technology get us to that point. Technology should be making your life easier, not making your life less profitable. We should be using technology to get money from, to help us out to do things. Let AI help us. Instead, what are they doing? They're using it so the elites can control robots, eradicate the use of humans who have our own minds and can think for ourselves. And they're going to control robots and impoverish everybody who can think for themselves. We're going to be sitting around thinking every day, thinking all the time. Oh, man, I wish I could get a job now. I wish I can get a job now. What did they just try with the immigrants? If you listen to anybody explain why immigrants should still be here, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I say that with a capital D, not a lowercase d. It's disgusting when they explain why they think immigrants should still be here. Oh, who we gonna have do our low-end jobs? Slaves. Who we gonna have do the jobs that we don't want to do? Who we gonna have pick our fruits off the trees? Not once do you ever hear them say, well, shit, who we gonna have do our, root canals and our crowns? Who we gonna have do, I got surgery on my scapula, who am I gonna call for that? They never think an immigrant can do a high-level job for some reason. They always think immigrants are the low-level slaves of society. Like, you don't think these people are educated enough to do like back surgery? You don't think some of them got degrees and shit in biology or whatever? You don't think some of these people are really educated? And it upsets me when I hear the people who are claiming immigrants should be here, but they're explaining it in a way to put immigrants down. They're not bringing immigrants up to a valuable place. It's always, well, who's going to clean up our trash? Who's going to do our house service? Who's going to cut my grass? Who's going to, wipe my kid's ass and change his diaper when I don't want to be bothered with him? And I'm like, you're pitching the wrong fight for immigrants. I'm sorry, you just are. I mean, if that's what you think of immigrants, it sounds to me like slavery all over again. That's all it thinks about is slavery all over again. You never once say, man, if you get rid of immigrants, who's going to help us design this ABS system for this damn Honda Accord we've been working on for the last 2 years? We had this smart guy. He was, from Honduras. He was helping us, figure out the ABS system. Damn, they get rid of immigrants. How are we going to figure out, I'm like, immigrants are intelligent too. They know math, technology, engineering, all that shit. Why do we always think the people who are fighting for immigrants to stay in America are always putting immigrants down to the ground? That's why we don't want them here, because of the way y'all describe them. They ain't worth nothing. They're only worth, sweeping the ground. That's what you describe them as. Well, who's going to do these low-end jobs? No. And I've got videos on my channel telling the immigrants, when you come here, do not let them exploit you. I've got videos on my channel saying that. Do not let them exploit you. I know what they're doing. When you come to America, ask for pay equivalent to what an American would get for that job. I got videos on my channel saying that, educating immigrants to say, don't sell yourself short just because in your country you don't make a lot. You're not in your country. This is America. You're going to need some money. You're going to need some equity. Don't let these people trick you into doing slave labor like they did my ancestors. Don't let that happen. They're going to sit there and tell you, oh, yeah, just do these little menial jobs and we'll pay you $7 an hour. You used to make $7 a whole month in your income. Yeah, I made $7 a month in Venezuela. We're going to pay you $7 an hour. Just think. So each hour you work is like a month added on to your life until you got to pay bills in America. Now that shit's like, man, now it's taking all the money from you, man. My boy that I talked about, you just started the Black Excel, had a client that he did in cash conversion, waited for him outside for dinner, got paid cash, made him understand lesson number 1. That's it, man. That's it. On his first night of driving. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's that easy, man. So when you come in and you say, hey, this is the deal. You could pay Uber, you could pay Lyft. You have no idea who you're picked up by. You have no idea this and that. You don't know who these people are. They're renting accounts. These accounts ain't even real. Or you can use me. Here's my business card. You got my direct contact number. Put me into your phone. This and that. You can shoot me a text message. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm your driver. You need to go somewhere, hit me up. Anybody out there who are really doing it as a business and not as a hustle, you ain't got to worry about us. Because we doing this to get money. We're not trying to scam you once and be, ooh, let's on to the next scam. We're trying to make you a part of our Rolodex of people we can call. That's what we trying to do. So anybody out there who's doing, like Eric said, if you out there doing business and you willing to wait on somebody for dinner, you willing to get cash, you willing to give business card, you only have to do a couple of clients like that a day. You can have a client in the morning, pay you 100, 150, and one client at night, pay you 100, 150. You did 2 clients that day. Low stress. High security, not a bunch of strangers jumping in your car, not a bunch of strange neighborhoods you driving in and out of. Ride service is different, man. It's different. It's different. And I tell people, man, once you step your foot into it, I'm going to show you on these apps, man. I'll show you. Because you'll be like, damn, you for real. This is Lyft right here. I'll show you Lyft. This is this week. This is this week. This is the week before that. This is the week before that. This is the week before that. That was New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve was the last time I drove on Lyft. Every other week I showed you was up till now. I haven't driven on Lyft for 24 days. 24 days I haven't touched him. Same with Uber. The last time I drove Uber, it was the 25th. I mean, New Year's Eve. Because that's this week with Uber. That's the week before that. That's the week before that. And that should be New Year's Eve. When you get private clients, trust me, these apps don't make shit off of you. They're not going to create AI on my back. I'm going to be out here helping my neighborhood. I'm going to help my community out. If people that know me, that trust me, that want to see me succeed, know that I do this for a living, and they don't call me, then they ain't really my friend. They're haters in shadows. The people that know that I do this, well, Jeff, we want to try you first. We want to make sure, if you're not busy, if you're this and that, those are the people that care about your success, whether they're family, whether they're friends. They looking out for your success. You got a lot of people that'll shake your hand. And as soon as they done shaking your hand and saying, yeah, man, we cool, they'll pull up the Uber app. Yeah, I'm gonna try to give me a ride real quick. Knowing damn well this is what you do for a living. Same people out here, man. Oh yeah. Bro, I made more with private rides on New Year's Eve than making any. I think I made like $850. I made just a little over $400 on Uber. So I made more doing private rides than I did doing Uber and Lyft. I only did probably 6 rides all night. My private ride, then I think I did 3 on Lyft, and I think I did 5 on Uber. And they were all short bangers and shit like that. Well, Manny said, just converted that one I got, just converted them, dropped them off. And they said, hey, are you going to be here? Dinner's going to take 2 hours. I told them, I'll be back because of my car. Yeah, exactly, Manny. Hey, you're going to make some money tonight, Manny, man. It's only $7.50. Like I said, I might get out and drive a little bit later on tonight because everybody's out there making money. I need to get my ass out and make a little too. I didn't do a private ride today. I was going to do one, but I decided I got 2 jobs I got to do tomorrow. So I got 2 jobs to do tomorrow, right? Repair jobs, but I'm going to actually do a private ride tomorrow later in the day. But tonight I just wanted to get out, kind of mingle with the crowd. I ain't been out all month. I haven't driven in 2025 yet on the apps. The apps are like, Jeff, where you at? I'm like, where the money at? Don't ask where I'm at. Where the money at? Oh yeah. Gone are the days of making 1K on the app on holidays like New Year. And the thing is, to make $100, to make $1,000 on New Year's Eve in a black SUV, I should be making $2,500 to $3,000. A regular car like an Uber X car should be making $1,000. Just a basic Uber X Prius could be making $1,000 or $1,200 on New Year's Eve. Easy to do. You're driving black, you should be banking at least $200 an hour. Easily $200 an hour. You work 10 hours that day, you making 2 G's in one day. 2 G's in one day. It ain't like that. I think I made only one of my rides were worth about that much. The rest of them were all $100 an hour, $125 an hour. And I'm in a black SUV making that on a holiday. The apps is jacking me from anywhere from $75 to $100 an hour. The apps are jacking me for, knowing that should be my money coming back to my community. This is why I say, man, we got to get smarter about it. Man. So what I want to do for February, because we know Waste Management is coming out here. The Waste Management Open is one of the biggest golf courses, one of the biggest golf tournaments in America. I mean, in the world, basically in the world. That's going to be, because I haven't done it in a black SUV yet. It's about to be nuts. That's why I've been prepping my truck. I bought my rims, my tires. I got my lugs coming because it uses different lugs now. I got my TPMS sensors showing up. Man, I want to have this truck ready by Waste Management. Because when I'm out in this truck pulling up presidential, I'm trying to get this money. I'm not taking no, oh man, can you just do it for like, $30? Nah. You got to get a minivan, bro. You got to get a minivan. I'm not packing all these people in my car for no $30. Minivan. Because when you pull up in this, trust me, people going, and me and Jamil was talking about getting them little white flags like they put on the president cars on parades and shit. We're going to get some American flags and put them on the front of our cars and drive people around. When people pull up, they're going to think they're dignitaries and shit at the restaurant. Like, dude, this dude just pulled up in a black truck with American flags on the front flapping in the wind. Dude, who the fuck is he? That's Senator, man. He's a senator. What? Yeah, girl, give me your phone number. He's a senator. Found out that motherfucker's a janitor. I know when I said janitor. I didn't say senator. I said he's a janitor. Motherfucker, oh, I thought you said senator. I know it. Yeah, Greg. I'll be telling everybody that shit. Oh, he's a senator. Okay, he's a senator. Find out he's a janitor. He came up in a big black truck with the flags on front. Yeah, we talking about doing it like that. But we only gonna do it for maybe weekends. We ain't gonna do it all week. We'll probably do it for our private clients. You know, pull up to the airport with the flags flapping in the wind and shit. They're gonna be like, they gonna get out of the car. Everybody gonna be looking at them like, we just saw these black trucks pull up with flags on it. Who are these people? Just regular people, but we just make it look good. That's all. This is ride service. We make it look good. Proud to be an American. Oh, yeah, like Cubans, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Oh. Puerto Ricans are the best boxers because they got to fight for the most beautiful women in the world, like Cubans. Exactly. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm going to start driving, you know, for waste management. And so from February the 2nd, because it starts on February the 3rd, everybody be flying in on the 1st and the 2nd. So February the 2nd, all the way till February the 10th, because it ends February the 9th, everybody's flying out on the 10th. You might not even hear from me. You might not hear from me. You might think my channel got blocked or banned or whatever like this. I don't know what YouTube's going to do. They probably just take me completely out the algorithm because I'm gone for so many days. But I'm going to try to drop content when I can. But when there's money on the road, I got to hit as hard as I can. Because if that's the only week I work in February, I want to hit it as hard as I can. Get that week out the way. Because if I can make $3,600 in my car, I should be able to make at least close to $10,000 in that truck. If I can make $10,000 for that week in my truck, 10 G's in that truck, just doing nothing, because it's from the 3rd to the 9th or the 2nd to the 10th. That's a whole 9 days right there. That's only like $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day on an event of this magnitude. With this, I can be doing $200, $250 a client. That's only 4 people a day I need to pick up. $200 to $250 a ride. 4 people a day is all I need. If I charge half that, $125, then it's 8 people I need a day. 8 rides a day at $125 a ride. And for waste management, that ain't shit. That's nothing. So $250 a day, 4 couples, $1,000 a day. I do that shit for 9 days. That's $9,000 that week. And all I did was 4 rides a day at $250 per ride. That's all I did. They could be as long as I want them to be. Make $9,000, $10,000 that week. That's it. I'm done. I don't have to work for the rest of the month. And that's the joy of doing it the way we doing it. A lot of pigeons out there, get on the app and just drive from 6 in the morning till 6 at night. Yeah, you might make $300 that day. You might make $300 that day. And then you sitting around making $300. I made $300 on 1 client. So for every 4 clients I do, it's like 4 days for you. So I'm doing 4 clients a day. That's like 4 days for you. So at the end of the week, I should be sitting close to $9,000. I would like to make 10. 10 is a very high number, but I think I can do it. Because once you start moving golf clubs, you start taking people to and from all the strip clubs. I'm telling you, strip clubs are crazy. If you want to make money doing waste management, put yourself next to a strip club. Because I'm going to tell you why. A lot of husbands don't want their Uber account showing where they ended up. They don't want their Uber account to show where they ended up nor where they originated. Just like their credit card account. They don't want their credit card account showing, strip tease on their damn credit card bill. Or to be something like Ryan's Library. It's like, motherfucker, you don't even read books. Yeah, I went to Ryan's Library and spent like $600 at the library. Sure you did. Sure. Where is that? It's a strip club. But see, that's the thing. You got to make sure you at these strip clubs, because if you're there, that's one less day that one less thing they got to explain to their wives. One less thing. Oh, we see your Uber went from, the restaurant to your hotel. Yeah, because I was done eating. Cool. But from the hotel to the strip club, that's the trip he don't want to show on his Uber account. Then from the strip club back to that's the trip he don't want to show on his Uber account. So you got to make sure you're available for private rides for strip clubs. Shit happens. I keep it 100 over here. Y'all know me. I keep it real. I'm from Vegas pretty much. I keep it real. Moved to Vegas when I was 22. Left Vegas when I was 38. Vegas raised me as an adult. So I talk like an adult. I think like an adult. I just so happen to be a corporate guy. So I'm a corporate adult, which is even worse than a regular adult. I'm an adult that don't give a shit. That's the worst kind of adult to have out there. A corporate adult. Because sometimes we don't even have a heart. But I'm telling you, man, you got to go out there and easily, man. I should be able to triple it. And that's the thing, man. I want to make sure that anybody who's driving on waste management, We do the best we can do to stay off of these apps. Keep that money here in Arizona. Waste Manager is for us. That's for us. For all the people who have restaurants, for all the waitresses, for all the valet drivers, for all the rideshare drivers, for anybody who's in business here in Arizona, that money is for Arizona. That is not Uber's money. That's not Lyft's money. Stand up. Go get yours. Fight for yourself. We got to stop letting these apps come into our communities, taking our wealth out of the communities. We need to fight back. When these people are flying in from Colorado, from Atlanta, from New York, from Wyoming, and they come in here to play golf, they bringing us money. They want us to show them a good time here in Arizona. Get that money and keep it here. Stop letting Uber and Lyft intercept that money, because they come in here intercepting that money. And now what we doing? We sitting around for the rest of the year like, damn, man, I need a job. I need a W-2. You don't need no W-2. There's so much money in these streets. You don't need no W-2. It's money all around us. But you just letting somebody use app technology to take it away from us. This is our city, our money. Go get it. It's like, man. So, Jeff, man, you working more than 1 week. Remember, spring baseball opens the week after Waste Management. Oh, I forgot. And everybody knows where I live. Like I said, I got pictures in my phone with baseball players. I was picking up Chicago White Sox pitcher one year. Let me see if I got that in here. I can't remember the kid's name, but he was Chicago White Sox pitcher. I know he's in here. Yeah, this kid right here. This kid, he played for the Chicago White Sox. You can't hardly see the phone, but that dude there, he's a Chicago White Sox pitcher. He had his big Chicago bag and everything. And I was in the Jeep. You can see the Jeep in the background. So I picked him up in a Jeep that night. Great guy, cool kid. But yeah, when the baseball season comes in, it's another time. People are coming here, man. They want to come enjoy our city. If you are not signed up with a small app, if you are not signed up with a small app in your city, no matter what app that may be, get on it now while you can. Because they're going to try to pull all this new shit to where we can't get on small apps because Uber and Lyft want to take over. They want to run a monopoly, a duopoly on ride services. We don't got to have it like that. Research your city. Research if you can get livery licenses. Research what you need to get a chauffeur license. If you don't know the technical ways to go get this, and I tell people like this, get on the professor's channel. He's got a course there that will walk through everything from beginning to end. It'll walk through everything of what you may need in your state in order to start your own business. Because there's too many chickens out there, too many pigeons and chickens out there. Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I'm just going to stay on Uber. I'm going to stay on Lyft. No, you're going to stay broke. That's what you're going to stay. You're going to stay broke. And that's what Lyft wants. They want some broken ass people to drive around for them for eternity. And just like Daryl was saying in that interview, he don't care about drivers. He says, well, drivers, we ain't going to do it immediate. He said, we'll give them about 5 years. He said that in one of his interviews. He said, we're not going to do it immediately. Let me see if I can find this article again. Where was this shit at? Come on, man. Stop messing with me, phone. It's got to be in here. Oh, it was in here earlier, and I should have looked at it, watched it or whatever, but I didn't. Because it was him talking about. Nope, that's not it either. Man. It was him talking about the rise of AI and Waymo. It's not the article you just saw. It was something else on there. And it was the rise of Waymo and AI, and him saying, because they said, what's going to happen to drivers in the future? Oh, I'm going to find this shit, man. Because this is going to irritate me unless I find it. Ooh, wait a minute. Was that it? Was this it? Nope. But they were asking Derek, what about drivers in the future? And Derek said, well, we're not going to do it immediately. So they've got at least 5 years to figure out what they're going to do. That's what he said about drivers. He didn't say we got a program for drivers transitioning from gig work and life in gigs. We got a program for them to switch. He didn't say that. They don't give a shit about us. He did not say that they're going to have a program to help gig workers transition from gig work back into traditional work. He said, oh, we ain't going to do it immediately. They got about 5 years. I was like, wow. If you ain't building your clients right now, if you're not building your clients right now, this is the sentiment. This is the sentiment that they have for you. Oh, yeah, we ain't going to do it right now. Let me see. Drivers. I'll put Dara, Uber, drivers in 5 years. Let's see. Oh, I think this is it. Oh, it's not the article. Come on, man. give me the article. Just give it to me, man. Oh, this is irritating me because it actually has it. It says Derek Khosrowshahi, the CEO of Uber, says that human drivers will not be replaced by autonomous vehicles anytime soon. He also said that Uber will operate a hybrid network of human drivers and AVs for at least the next decade. What he said was he doesn't think human drivers will be replaced in the next 5 years. Uber will operate a hybrid network of drivers and AVs for at least the next decade. Uber plans to increase the number of AVs in their ride-hailing fleet, but the integration will proceed slowly. He's basically saying there's no program for drivers. There's no program out there for drivers. So what up, Derek? He's back on chat. What's good? So what Derek is saying is that if you're a gig worker, you have to fend for yourself. You're an independent contractor. You're not an employee. You're an independent contractor, which means what they can get out of you, they're going to get out of you while you allow it. If you allow them to give you 30% of all these fares, they're going to take 70% away from you. If you allow 50%, they're going to take 50% away from you. They're doing everything that you're allowing them to do. Me, I haven't driven on the apps all year. I'm not allowing them to fuck with me. I'm doing my own private thing right now. I'm not allowing them to mess with me. But when they get done with you, you have no retirement, you have no pension, you have no equity built into any of these apps unless you bought stock in one of them, maybe. You have nothing coming for you when they're building their hybrid army of AVs and drivers. And then once they end up getting rid of them, like you said, they ain't got nothing to worry about for the next 5 years. Then he says, well, at least for the next decade, we're going to have this army or whatever. So for the next 5 years, they're ramping up production right now. Then in the 10 years, you're going to be cut off. And what are you going to do? You've been driving rideshare for how many years? You've been driving rideshare for how many years? You're going to go back into the workforce at the bottom of the totem pole. You can't use your resume from 1981 to get a job in 2030. It's not going to work like the last time your ass had a job, they was using Lotus Notes. Last time they had a job, they was probably using punch cards and shit to transfer phone calls to other fucking people. Oh, this is operator, I'll transfer you into Jimmy. This is the operator, I'll transfer. The last time your ass had a job, it was probably dinosaurs at the zoo. So you got to think about it. I can't do all this goddamn gig work and think I'm going to walk out of gig work and be right back where I left it. Oh, I was a manager of the rock quarry next to the fucking Flintstones house. No, man, you ain't worked in like a million years. You've been doing rideshare. You got to start at the bottom of the totem pole. We got software you got to integrate with. We got systems to integrate with. We got logistics to integrate with. And your ass been driving around in a car for the past 15 years. You don't walk in at the top no more. No, you coming in at the bottom. Do you think Uber and Lyft has any, DoorDash, all of them, Instacart, do they have any programs out there that's going to bring people over to almost be the equivalent of what they can make? Like, I'll show you on my phone. This is what, when I drive Uber or when I drive Lyft or whatever the hell, whatever I feel like driving. Oh, let me go backwards. The last time I drove, I was making, as you see on my phone, last time I drove, at the bottom of the screen, you can see right there. I wish you could see it. Let me see. Okay, you can see it better right there. That's what I was making per hour. $125.55. That's what I was making per hour. The last time I drove Lyft, I made $125.55. Now, the week before that, I made $103.07. Do you really think somebody's going to pay me after driving around in my car, listening to Spotify for the past 10 years, $125 to come work at their job? Do you really think I'm going to do that? No. For $125 an hour, if you work 8 hours a day and you're getting paid, let's say $20 an hour, that's $160. That's $160 you made that day getting $20 an hour working for 8 hours. I can make that shit in 1 hour driving my truck. Why would I want to sit around for 7 more hours for free? If I can make in 1 hour $125 an hour, $103 an hour, I make $200 an hour sometimes. Why do I want to work for 8 hours all day to make $20 an hour? Why would I want to do that to myself? I could just go out and find me a private client, charge them $150. Guess what? I made the same amount what somebody just worked 8 hours for. They worked 8 hours at $20 and made $160. I did one ride. Maybe it took me about 45 minutes and charged $150. I mean, the math is right in front of you. You can't beat the fucking math. That's what I tell you. When people tell me you need a W-2, I'm like, you need a calculator, motherfucker. You don't tell me I need a W-2. You ain't got no calculator. Your ass is backwards. Motherfucker, I'm in here for 8 hours. I get $25 an hour. I'm like, yeah, you ain't got no calculator either, do you? Open your fucking phone up. It's a calculator app. It's got little numbers and shit on it. Do your fucking math because it's not happening in your head. Use your calculator. And I bet your ass would be like, damn, I'm getting fucking played. Yeah, you getting played. Because I can sit around. I ain't drove since goddamn December the 31st. Everything else has been just private clients here and there. I ain't drove since December the 3rd. How in the hell do I take a month off of work without having to ask nobody? How do I take a month off of work without having to ask nobody? Because when you become a boss, when you know how to do math, when you understand bills of your house versus revenue you need, when I don't live above my means, everybody know I still shop at the Goodwill, but I can take a month off of work and still keep a roof over my head. I still shop at the Goodwill. I'm cool on that shit. But I'm not going to sit around and run myself into the ground ragged every day working 8 hours to make 160 when I can do that shit in 45 minutes and be done all day. I'm done. And it's like, and I try to tell people the game, man. I used to be corporate for a long time. I know the game. The only way you keep rats in the maze is to keep putting cheese inside of the maze. The more cheese you put in the maze, the longer the rats going to stay in that maze. But sometimes the rats raise up and you're like, why the hell am I chasing all this cheese in the maze? Well, I can just go get my own cheese factory, sit in the chair and eat all the cheese I want to eat. I ain't got to run through this maze for that shit. But when you put cheese in the maze and they can't raise themselves out of it and see that it's a maze, it's a game. They playing you, man. They playing with you. Driving all of these rides all day, 30 rides, they playing with you. That's when you know. Now I'm going to show you on Lyft what they say my bonus for the weekend is, if they even going to give me a bonus for the weekend. I don't think I get a bonus for the weekend. I probably don't because I haven't been driving, so they haven't given me a bonus. Yeah, I don't get a bonus. Yep, there's no bonuses for me. All weekend, I don't get nothing. They give me $0 for 0 rides. I don't get a bonus. Let's see what they're going to give me on Uber. Let me go look at opportunities. I got Barrett Jackson, Cat Williams. Oh, Cat Williams is tonight at the Footprint Center. That's a while. Cat Williams tonight at the Footprint Center, letting out at 11 o'clock till 12. And you know what's going to happen after that? If Cat Williams is playing tonight and everybody's having a great time, oh, shit. It's about to be some money. Everybody's going to leave that, go to all the after parties and shit, and then we get to come home. Yeah, we got all weekend, man. It's money all weekend. But I don't have no bonuses on my phone. So I don't even drive the apps. I just look and see what events are coming up. I can cruise up. I got my truck. People be like, hey, man, hey, you a driver? Yeah, I'm a driver. Where you need to go? Oh, man, we just trying to get back to Tempe, man. Tell you what, $75 I get y'all to Tempe. Let's do a 75 black SUV to Tempe because they charging them almost 90 to go to Tempe. And they paying a driver 35, 40 to go to Tempe. They do that shit always, man, always. Somebody up there asking taxis to go to Gilbert for $35. Man, I went from Mesa to downtown Gilbert on Vaughn. Well, actually, I picked the people up at Dirk's Bentley's on Vaughn Avenue. Drove them to Mesa, right up almost Brown Road, Gilbert and Brown Road. They gave me $200, and I was in the Beamer. I wasn't even in my truck. I was in the Beamer. They gave me $200 for that shit. $35 from where you are all the way to Gilbert, bro. That's like probably a 25-mile drive. That's crazy. No. So Kevin Hart is downtown and this still did. Yeah, man. Cat Williams downtown tonight. So hopefully, man. So you got to try those black reservations. Those pay the best at the moment. Yeah, Rod. I don't get no reservations on my phone either. I used to get reservations till they saw me getting all the surge added to my reservations. They just stopped sending me reservations one day. Bro, I'm telling you, these apps got my phone jacked up. They don't send me nothing. They know who I am. They ain't stupid. Half of them watch my podcast all the time. Why do you think they call it ride service and not ride share no more? Because they watch my podcast. Why is it every time we do something on this podcast, the apps make a change on it? They start sending out notice to everybody. Off-app rides are prohibited. You can no longer do off-app rides unless you can follow the guidelines of your local regulations of having insurance and permits. You have to leave it on the app. They send that shit out because my channel exists. They know what we doing. And I tell them, if you don't want us to do it, because you came into the game, Lyft, you came into the game, Uber, doing illegal shit to get into the game. If you don't want us to do this, you got to step up with the money. The money talks. All these little messages you sending us all, ain't nobody worried about that. Ain't nobody worried about that. We got riders right now, right, King James? They spying on us, man. And they got people right now walking up to us, asking us, hey, man, how much for a ride, to Chandler? How much for a ride from here to Chandler? I don't know, 75, 80 bucks? Bet. Hey, man, he's saying 80 bucks, man. Y'all, hey, do it. Because what's the app's charging? 125, paying a driver 55, keeping 70. They've done it. I was picking up these two rap dudes one time. They got a nice big ass house. They live down in Ahwatukee. I'm picking them up $50 ride from their house to downtown. So I'm like, and I'm already sitting by there anyways. I'm like, it's not that bad. I'm already right there. So I pick them up real quick. Downtown, 50 bucks, when normally they be paying me $8 to go downtown. And the Uber X is $8. XL is like 11. Black is like, 20 maybe. So they were saying 50. I was like, cool, 50 bucks, no problem. Get him in the car. We driving on. I was like, man, how much y'all pay for this ride anyway? He's like, I don't know, about 100 bucks. I was like, these motherfuckers give me $55 out of 100 bucks. I get there, they pay like $98. 98. It was $40 in fees for that ride. Uber could have hooked me up a little bit better. They could have gave me 75. That's why I go tell everybody 75, because I already know what Uber is charging everybody. So if it's like a basic event, nothing crazy, 75 is my play. 75. People are, oh shit, 75. Motherfucker already, hey, they give me 420s. Here, man, keep change, brother. Here you go. Say 75. Get a $5 tip every time. Just say 75. Say 60. Go in numbers where they just got to give you 20s. Don't be like, well, I'll charge you $53. Motherfucker ain't got no dollar bills on them. Don't ever say $53. Well, if they're charging you 58, I'll knock $5 off. No. Say 50. Get it over with, man. You can say 60. Don't play that little odd even number game. Well, if they're charging you 62, I'll charge you 57. No. 60 or 55. Don't play games, man. Because whenever I say up rate, they're always cool with the rate. They don't have a problem with the rate. Open that car, man, they look in the car, they see it's all clean, the blue lights everywhere. They see the bottled water's already in my cup holders, because we do that. For you people out there that don't know how to do it, I don't have one in here. But even my man Luke does it. He does it the best. I use full bottled waters. He uses the mini water bottles. I might have to start going with the mini water bottles. My full ones are cool, but people always drink half of it and leave the shit in my car. So I'm about to jump down to mini water bottles. Get mini water bottles, get an ice chest, put them in the back, get them nice and cold, and make sure your cup holders always have mini water bottles in it. That's it. It's that easy. Just make sure they got mini water. Some people get in already with their drinks. So because each of my doors has 2 drink holders, I tell them, well, if you got to put the drink on the bottom, just put it on the bottom. So they put the mini water in the bottom and they put their drink up top. But I always tell them, hey, it's always going to be water in my truck when I cruise. It dries them up. I got here. It's always going to be water in my truck. That's how you get the extra money. That's how you get, hey, man, you got a business card or something? I do this as a business. See, Uber and Lyft don't tell you these things, man. They don't tell you how. And when I drop that video with Jamil on it, Jamil and Luke, they're going to be telling you exactly how they do things to get clients. Yeah. I was planning on going because it's a sold out show for Cat Williams. Okay. Are you planning on going to it? Yeah, man, it's going to be, and right across from the Footprint Center, they got the little hip hop club or whatever on Washington and 3rd Street. On Washington, like 2nd or 3rd Street, there's a hip hop club that sits right in the cut. That, man, always getting black rides out of there. Always get black rides out of there. And the thing is that you just talk to the people. You just park along the curb. They got a food truck that sits across the streets. Park by the food truck. We all line up by the food truck. And people just come walking. I'm like, hey, I ain't got no ride if y'all need a ride somewhere. And everybody's got their phones in their hands. They walking up the sidewalk. I'm like, oh, can you go up to Glendale? Can you go to Glendale? I'm like, I'll do Glendale, $100. I'll do the Glendale. All right, bet. Hey, $100 to Glendale. Like shit, 4 motherfuckers jump in quick as hell. Let's go. Let's get up out of here. Let's go. Because they know if they try to get on Uber and Lyft, getting to Glendale, ain't no driver going up there for no $13. Uber gonna charge you about 60, 70 and try to get a driver 13. In a black SUV, they're gonna charge you about 140, 150 and try to pay the driver 60. I say $100, let's go. They're like, okay, let's go. I'm saving you money. I'm making a little more money. Everybody's good. That's how we do it. But for all these people out there that don't understand that if you don't start negotiating your rates as independent contractors, you're not going to be treated like one. You're going to be treated like an employee. So talk to these riders out there. Let them know who you are and where you stand. If they don't want to fuck with you, if they say, you know what, I just want to leave it on the app. Don't pressure me. Like, cool, no problem. But that means you can't give them a ride now because you've already offered the deal. Once you offer a deal and you lose that negotiation, don't do the deal. That makes you look weak now. Because the next driver that does that offers them a deal, they're going to remember you. And you were the weak one. They're going to say, well, don't take the deal. Just tell them you're going to leave it on. It works every time. When it stops working, let's leave it on the app. When that shit stop working, they're going to stop using it. Say, every time we say just leave it on the app, they cancel us and we can't find a ride for another hour. Just take whatever the deal is, just take the deal. Because every time we say leave it on the app, they cancel it and drive off. And now we're sitting around for an hour. We can't find a damn ride. Stop being that weak person. Be that one that's going to help the next driver out, including helping yourself. Because you might run into that same person 2 months from now, not even know it, and be like, yeah, I'll do it for $30. Okay, 30's fine. 30's fine. They're going to pop up real quick. 30's fine. That's fine. 30's cool. How do we pay? Do we just cancel? Or you cancel? How do we do this? They're going to be quick with it because they got tired of standing on the curb waiting. But if you keep taking $11, keep taking $17, keep taking $14, they're going to keep saying, just leave it on the app. Just leave it on the app. No, not my truck. When the app pays more, I'll leave it on the app. That's me and the app negotiating. That's between me and Uber and me and Lyft. But if Uber and Lyft don't want to talk to me, then I'm going to talk to you. If you want the same shit Uber and Lyft on, I ain't talking to neither one of y'all. Cancel, I'm driving off. And that's how I do business. I'm an independent contractor. I have a right to do business like that. Any independent contractor in any industry. If they say, hey, you know what? If I'm going to do your pool, I'll charge you $28,000 to do your pool. Cool, 28. A pool contractor can't call you up and go, hey, Jeff, you do pools, right? Yeah. Hey, come do this pool for us for $9,000. What? Come do this pool for us for $9,000, man. If I go, okay, cool, I'll come do it for $9,000. I do it for $9,000. Then I find out they got paid $28,000 for a job that I did for $9,000. And I'm like, you motherfuckers just made 19 grand on my back. That's jacked up. You didn't tell me they was paying 28 grand. Well, we didn't have to tell you that. We just called you and said, well, you come do this pool for 9 grand. You the idiot that said, yeah. You should have said no. So I'm like, you know what? If somebody say, come do this pool for 28, let me come take a look at that pool first. I mean, come do this pool for 9 grand. Let me come look at that pool for 9 grand. Let me come look at it. So I cruise up, I look at it. You want me to do all this for 9 grand? Yeah. Tell you what, I'll do it for 20. I'll do it for 20 grand. Nah, man, it's 9 grand. Why'd you even come over here, man? When I told you 9 grand, why'd you even come over here? Because I wanted to see what I was working with. I mean, if I'm gonna do some business with you, I'm gonna roll up. I'm right around the corner. I roll up like a $9,000 pool. Let me go check this pool out for 9 grand. If somebody tell me they want a $50 ride, I'm gonna ride up. I'm gonna say, okay, if y'all got luggage, suitcase, 4 kids, a dog, a chicken, shit changes at that point. Because I'm like, you know what, y'all gonna have me do this whole thing for $13? Tell you what, I'll do it for 40. I need to come see what the job look like. What's the job looking like? So I get there and I say, okay, this pool is more than 9,000. I'll tell you what, I'll do it for 20. Oh man, well, why'd you come over here, man? We trying to get somebody to do it for 9. But you find out they're getting paid $28,000. These motherfuckers are greedy. They're getting paid $28,000 to do this pool, but they're only willing to pay the person who's doing it 9 grand. I go straight to the homeowner. Hey, I'll do this pool for you for 20 grand. Homeowner go, for real? Yeah. Well, he's charging me 28. Man, fuck him. I'll do it for 20. Now the dude who charged 28 is mad at me. Why you go behind my back and tell these people you do it for 20? I'm like, because I will do it for 20. But you told me you do it for 9. I'm like, until I came and saw it. Now that I saw it, I'll do it for 20. You the one who don't want to pay me 20, but they'll pay me 20 and they're the ones paying, right? Yeah. That's how I do ride service. Same way. You ain't got to pay me Uber and Lyft. You ain't got to pay me. But if these people are willing to pay me, it's a done deal. I ain't worried about y'all. I'm worried about them. They need to get from point A to point B. They willing to pay me what I'm willing to take. If you get your prices up, or you're going to keep losing money to drivers like me over and over again. So if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to keep losing money, get your shit up. Get your offers up. These $13 rides, $15 rides, $19 rides, $52 rides. When you know, the other day, let me show you this shit. I should have did a short about this. I'm glad y'all on this live stream. For the 55 of y'all that's on here, y'all gonna see some shit that I don't even plan on showing sometimes. But it's important stuff right here. It's very important stuff. So let me tone this down some. The other day, we were talking about rides to Tucson. What up, Manny? Hey, you about to see some cool shit right now. We're talking about doing rides to Tucson. Now, they pop up on our phone all the time on Uber and Lyft. $69, $74, $63, $67. These pop up on our phone the whole time. That's basic. This is not black or nothing. This is basic. $69. I said, how much would it cost for me to leave my house and go to Tucson? On Lyft, basic Lyft, the standard, well, priority was $2 more than standard. Standard was $221 for me to go from my house to Tucson. I got it all on my phone. I'm gonna do a short about it too. So y'all seeing it now, but I'm gonna do a short. $221 to go from my house to Tucson. And I live just south of the airport. They're paying people $69 and $67 and $74 to go to Tucson, but they're charging $221. Extra comfort was $244, which is about the same, but they're still paying about $74 for these rides to Tucson, from Phoenix to Tucson. They're giving less than $70 normally, and they're charging $221. So they're keeping $140 out of every ride. They're paying you $70, and they're keeping $140 out of every ride to Tucson. Black SUV, $635 is what they would charge a rider. To go to Tucson in my truck, they would charge somebody $635 to get in my truck and go to just a regular black is $567. So it's about a $70 variance between black and black SUV, about a $70 variance. So they're going to charge to go 100 miles south, 100 miles south of here. It's about 109, $635. So they're charging over $6, about $6.30 a mile is what they're charging to get in my truck to go to Tucson. $6.35 a mile, $635. Guess how much they would pay me? Probably about $2 a mile. So out of the $6 a mile, I would get $2 a mile. So they pay me $200 for a black SUV. Regular car, they pay me $64, $67, $64. Black SUV, about $200. But they're charging $635. So out of that $635, they're keeping $435, and they're giving me $200 because they're paying people $2 a mile for long distance rides on black SUV. Seen it many times. I've seen $1.90 on black SUV long distance, $1.90 black SUV. $3 on black SUV is rare now. It's rare. It used to be $5 a mile for black SUV. So if they're sitting there charging people $635 to leave my house, which is by the airport, to go all the way to Tucson, but they're telling you they're doing it basic. Because for all you know, the person might be saying, I need a black SUV. Okay, we'll charge your card for $635. They find me sitting there with all selected. I'm getting Lyft basic, comfort. I'm getting all this shit. They send it to me saying, Jeff, you want to go down to Tucson for $75? Because I'm in a black truck. They tell me $75. And I got it selected on all. I show up thinking these people paid $223 because they probably selected black SUV because they just ballers like that. They select black SUV, get charged $635. I'm thinking they charged $223 because I don't want the $70 because they played me. Next thing you know, I'm telling them $200 when I could have told them $600. So now I'm doing it for exactly what I would be paid if I would have left it on black SUV. $200. That's how they fuck with people. And that's why you don't see me. If I go to Tucson in my truck, I will not charge nobody no $200. I'll take my car for $200 maybe. But in my truck, oh, you paying me $500-$600 in my truck. That's just what it is. Because I know how much black SUV is. And I know they're charging people's credit cards for that shit, $635. They're charging people $635, but they're telling the people in black SUVs, oh, they only wanted Excel. You got it on Excel? Yeah, they only wanted Excel. Excel is $310. So you thinking they paid $310. So you cruise up, hey man, I'll do it for $300. Okay, even though they paid $635 on black SUV. So you never knew they paid $635. And this is why Uber and Lyft don't want to be transparent. They don't want you to see what these people are really paying, what tier they're paying on. In a black SUV, it's the worst. Because I told people in my videos, black SUV gets screwed more than anybody else. They get screwed more than any other tier. Black SUV has They paying us $1.92, but they're charging $6.35. I've seen them charge $20 a mile, $20 a mile. I've seen them charge that shit, $20 a mile, and paying me $4 a mile. They're keeping $16 a mile on my back. And I'm sitting there like, if they were more transparent, everybody would see the game they're playing and how they're moving money around. It's basically reclassing, and it's fraud. I think it's fraud. And that's why they don't want to show nobody. I mean, they wouldn't go this far to sue Colorado on it if it wasn't some crime that they were trying to hide. If it's all up on an up and it's legit, they should be like, oh, we'll show it. We don't care. We'll show it. It's cool. You're going to be completely transparent and show the riders what they're paying. That's cool. Show the drivers what. I don't care. We'll do it. It's nothing wrong with it. I mean, we ain't doing nothing wrong. No, they putting up millions of dollars to make sure they keep this shit a secret. What I just told you is what they're doing. They're charging somebody black SUV. You got your shit on Excel, but you're a black SUV. They know that. The AI knows that. The AI is fast. The AI says we have a black SUV that's not classified as a black SUV right now, but it fits the criteria of what this rider is ordering. This rider is ordering a black SUV. We have one. He's got all open. So we can send him an Excel or send him a Comfort or send him an on basic. What do we think he'll take? Well, 8 out of 10 Comforts he takes. He never takes basic. So give it to him on Comfort. AI thinks real fast. So this driver in this black SUV gets a Comfort ride, gets an Excel ride, and thinks, oh man, I got Comfort. Oh man, I got Excel. When really this person probably signed up for black SUV. But because you don't even realize your shit is on basic, you sitting around like, damn, I could have made all that money. Yeah, had you just put your shit on black SUV. But we don't think black SUV is hidden, so we turn it to all. And what happens? I started doing something today in the driveway, showing people how much trash was coming through my phone. And I was like, yeah, they're going to send me, a ride for $8. They'll send me rides for like $11, shit like that. I took my clients to Tucson Airport from Surprise. Told them $300, but they gave me $450 because of the return home. Exactly, Eric. You know how to play the game. You know how to play the game. There's a lot of pitchers out there that don't know how to play the game. That right there is about 3 hours of driving total. Because you're going to leave Surprise. You're going to get down to Tucson. That's about an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes. Then you're going to come all the way back here, which is about a little more than an hour. And you're going to probably sit by the airport and pluck rides or something over in this area. So you're not going from Surprise to Tucson back to Surprise. You're going Surprise to Tucson somewhere in Phoenix. You're going to turn your app back on as soon as you hit Chandler. You're going to start picking up rides in Chandler. So you got about 3 hours worth of driving, which is about, I would say, because from my house to there is about 109. You're about 140. Let's say 135. So 135 to 140 all the way down. And then you've got, 2.5 from Surprise. And then all the way back. Oh, I forgot you got traffic. You got the highway and shit. See me, I'm right on the outskirts of town. Once I jump on the 10, I'm already in Tucson. I'm on the edge of Phoenix right now. I'm in South Phoenix. So I jump on the highway. You got to come through from Surprise, through Glendale and Peoria, through Phoenix. That's a nightmare. So yeah, it probably is. It adds probably about an extra hour onto your shit. It probably does add about an extra hour. So you do all of that. Instead of you doing it in 3 hours, you probably do it in 4. So 4 hours, $450. You can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. 511, 6 trips on black SUV on Tuesday. Yeah, is it? Sometimes you got to do it that way, brother. You got to keep throwing them good trips up. Still $100 an hour. Yup. What up, Jess? You talk about the trash last night at the Justin Timberlake concert. I didn't drive. I haven't driven in 2025 yet. I have no idea what's going on in the streets right now. I ran my app today from the driveway to see what was out there. No black came through. No black SUV came through. But I put it on all just to see what kind of trash was going. It's the same shit. So I just turned the app off. I had some other stuff I had to do today anyway. But I'm going to start driving either tonight or tomorrow for 2025. But yeah, it's been 3 weeks, man. Over 3 weeks. I haven't paid these apps a dime. They haven't paid me nothing. I've been doing all private rides, doing my own thing. And hopefully I'm showing people out there who are drivers, you do have life without the apps. Some people are so stuck on that pacifier. They so stuck with this phone in their hand. They're scared to take that pacifier out their mouth, thinking they ain't gonna get the pacifier is dummy. It's not even real milk. It's a dummy thing. It's just a nipple. It ain't even real milk. It's a pacifier. That's exactly what Uber and Lyft turn out. It's not even real money no more. It used to be real money, like it used to be real milk. Then they throw a pacifier in your mouth just to keep you pacified. Your clients, your private clients, that's the real milk. That's the real milk. You want real milk, get you some private clients. You gonna sit up there and you messing around with these apps, that's a pacifier. That's just to keep you pacified while they figuring out ways to get AVs. Like, man, 500 Sedona flat rate and pick up for 600. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying, Manny, man. And I don't even know how far Sedona is, but I think Sedona is what, 2 hours away? Something like that, 2 hours. Yeah, Melvin, I'm saying with you, Melly Mel. I ain't 2025 is all private. I can't mess with them, man. I told people I'll go back to a job before I get stuck on these apps again. Ain't no way in hell. I'm gonna sit and beat all my cars up, beat them down to where I can't even trade them in. Just beat them down, and no money to show for nothing. And be like, man, I'm gonna go trade my car in. You're gonna need about $15,000 down. With all the miles you got on this car, you're gonna need about 15 grand down. My truck got about 94. It's a 2019. I got about 94,000 miles on it. It's a 2019. Jamil's got a 2020 with or 2022 with 55,000. I met a lady who had a 2018, a year before mine, over 200,000 miles, 1 year more than mine. I got a 19 with 94,000. She's got a 18 with over 200,000. That's crazy driving, man. Crazy driving. How do you got a truck that's 1 year older than mine, but well over 130 something thousand miles more than mine? Did you drive 130,000 miles in 1 year? Is that what these apps are doing? If I'm driving 130,000 miles a year and my average is $3, that's $390,000 I'm making that year. That's a $400,000 a year. If I'm driving 130,000 miles a year with an average of $3 a mile, that's a $400,000 year of revenue. 400 G's. That's a lot. That's a lot. But at 130,000 miles, and you're getting almost 550 miles a tank. Let me see something. Let's do the math real quick. So I'm doing 130,000 miles, 1, 2, 3, divided by about 550 miles of tank. That's 236 tanks of gas I would need. 236 tanks of gas, because I average about 550 a tank. 236 tanks of gas times, let's say it cost me $80 to fill up each time. $18,909 to fill up all year. $18,909 to fill up every time I run out of gas, from zero all the way up. $80 each time. That's a lot of damn money. 18 grand a year in gas. How much is that a month? Divided by 12 months, $1,500 a month. $1,575 a month. You know how much y'all spend in gas right now on my truck? I think I fill up like once a week. I spend like $320 a month. If that, I don't even fill up once a week sometimes. So I'm spending about $320 a month. And this person's spending $1,500 and running that truck into the fucking ground, running it into the ground. I mean, imagine the clutch packs on that truck are probably burnt to shit. Probably going through brakes. Man. Crazy. Look at that. Yeah, Jeff, I seen the light. Got unceremoniously canned by Uber back on July the 19th. Did my own private ride sent. I'm telling you, nice boys, when so many people are scared to get off the apps. I'm gonna get deactivated, man. I don't want to get deactivated. That shit might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Because like I said, you could be a pigeon waiting on popcorn to hit the ground, or you could be a bear at the river trying to catch you some salmon. Because bear eat good. He sit there and see these salmon coming up. These are big ass salmon, and he's grabbing them. Because if he don't do it, he don't eat. If he don't really get out there and do it, he don't eat. Ain't nobody on the park bench throwing salmon on the ground. No, they throwing popcorn on the ground. On the park bench, got a whole bag of that shit. Just throwing it, and all the pigeons eating popcorn the whole time. So you sit there and be like, hey, I'm gonna go down to the stream and I'm gonna start eating me some salmon. I don't want to mess with this popcorn. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. Damn, Jeff be thriving beer on fossil fuels. Damn, sitting on my ass in EV jail. I'm telling you, man, she's crazy shit. Sitting in EV jail. I'm telling you, man, I spent about $320 a month. My truck don't move, man. I've been driving a Beamer. My truck don't move. I drive the Jeep. Shit, I am not moving. I'm not moving. Hey Jeff, don't flake. You said you was coming out tonight. I was gonna meet up with you. But I don't even know where I'm gonna be, brother. I have no idea where I'm gonna be. Most likely I'm gonna end up downtown Phoenix. That's most likely where I'm gonna go because it's not that far. I'm like, it takes me like 10 minutes to get to downtown. So I'm gonna shoot to downtown real quick. Probably sit by Circle K or sit by Quick Trip. Is it a Quick Trip down there? I don't know. I gotta go to Quick Trip first because I ran out of cookies last night. I was baking cookies and shit, and I ran out of cookies last night. So I have no cookies in my house, which means I gotta eat them crappy ass Quick Trip cookies. My cookies are the bomb. But I'm gonna cruise out, pick up me some Quick Trip cookies, and then I'm gonna end up heading downtown. Because I can't cruise without the cookies, man. I can't do it. Yeah, Jeff, like I said it here before. I said it when you link me on StreamYard, and damn near everyone in the chat knows my story getting deactivated because of fraudulent paperwork. Exactly. Man. Fraudulent paperwork. It's like, motherfucker, my insurance is legit. All my shit is legit. You can make 20 and 2 rides by driving in this ragged ass apps, or 202 rides. That's it. Earlier we just had somebody drop. They did 6 rides, $510 and 6 rides. 510 and 6 rides. If you're only getting about $8-9 a ride, you gotta do at least, what is it? If you're getting $9 a ride, dude did $510, 510, you divide it by 9. Somebody has to do 56 rides to get there. 56 rides to make what he make if they're getting $9 a ride. 56 rides. That's crazy. Or you could just do 5. It's like, what is it going to be? You could do 5 or 6, or you could do 56. Which one? Man, he goes, Jeff, you ship some cookies to New York as a friend. Man, them cookies might not make it past the post office. Somebody gonna smell that shit. Oh, Manny. Hey, you remember this? It was me, Manny, and Jamil. We was riding. We had just left the photo shoot. We're driving down Priest, and we look over. It's the K9 unit police drug sniffer dogs. They got three K9 drug sniffer dog cars there, and they got a white car sitting there getting hit on, and on the side of the door is painted Tempe. It's like a government official car. It says Tempe. It's like somebody who works for the city of Tempe was getting their car hit on with a drug sniffing German Shepherd. Manny pulled up next to me. Manny was like, bro, you see that shit? Jamil's in this rear view like, oh shit. And they're like, that dog is hitting on that car. They're like doing this and that dog he's going this way and that way, and they're dragging him around the other side. I'm like, wow, that's a city government employee. Me and Manny sit in traffic looking at our rearview mirror like, dude, you see that shit? We like, dude, that's crazy. There was a dude, man, somebody about to have a bad day at work. They gonna get that phone call. Hey, yeah, man, we had to fire Janice. She was out here transporting keys of cocaine using a company car. What, Janice? You were supposed to go to Office Max to pick up some coffee and copy paper. Well, I had to go drop off this key. I was like, damn, Janice, who's going to pick up the coffee and copy paper now? Shit. She was like, man, y'all ain't paying me enough. I got to transport. Yeah, y'all little company bonus sucked. That was $500. I could make a couple of G's if I move these keys. Me and Manny was in the car tripping. I was looking like, no. Out of all, man. And you'd expect it if it was like a regular commuter car, like somebody's regular personal car. This was a government official's car. I'm like, wow, this is going to be a bad day if they find something in that car. Man. So I remember Comic-Con was a week after I was deactivated. Still made $700 and some change, just poaching the line, waiting for rideshare at Comic-Con. Hey, nice boys. That's what you got to do, though, man. And a lot of people that come on this live streams, they come on my channel, on my podcast, they don't understand how we make money. So many of them sit on other channels scared shitless to drive their own car. Oh, I'm gonna wreck my car. Somebody gonna wreck my car. I'm gonna wreck my. Why are you driving? Why are you driving rideshare if every word out of your mouth is you're gonna wreck your car? I do not want to get in a car or an airplane or a helicopter or a ship for anybody, and all they keep saying is they're gonna wreck their shit. Oh, I'm gonna wreck this ship, man. I might crash this ship into an iceberg. I might hit land when we get there. I might run into the dock, man. I don't know, man. This helicopter might fall out of the sky, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know how to fly this helicopter for real. But yet you got Uber drivers out there. I might wreck my car today, man. I don't know, man. I gotta be safe out. I'm just like, yeah, I had to get out. I can't ride with nobody like that. 26 years of me riding on these motorcycles. And I know it's only a matter of time before somebody smack the shit out of me, but it don't keep me off my motorcycle. I still do it because I trust me. I trust me. I have dodged so many car accidents in my life. One time, exactly, why even have a car? One time I'm going down Tropicana Avenue and I'm finna turn north on Maryland Parkway. Now on Tropicana Avenue, you had 2 turn lanes back in the day. You do double turns like this. You do double turns. I am on the outside lane. I'm on my motorcycle, CBR 900 RR. I'm in the outside. Big ass truck sitting right here. On the corner is the AM/PM gas station. Right there on the corner is a Terrible Hertz. It was a Terrible Hertz gas station, not AM/PM. It was Terrible Hertz. So I'm just gonna turn and I'm going north on Maryland Parkway. This truck is trying to get to Terrible Hertz gas station. You see where I'm going with this, right? Now, I'm looking at this person in the car and I don't think they even see me sitting there. They was looking forward the whole time. I always look when I'm on my motorcycle, look left and look right. Always look left and look right. Make sure the driver in each car sees you. And I always check. When I come to a stoplight, I'll look left, I'll look right. I want to make sure everybody sees me. If they don't look at me, they don't see me. This motherfucker never looked at me. So as soon as the light turned green, we go. This car cuts across into my lane. In my lane, I had to react. The only thing next to me was the curb. And luckily, it was the handicap little drop area where the handicap people can roll their wheelchairs up on a curb and get up on the curb. I had to go up that little handicap thing into the grass, make sure my tire don't slide out, dropped into the parking lot on my bike, bottomed out and everything. And this damn car pulled into the lot and I'm in the lot facing the car as he went through the driveway. I already went up the wheelchair thing through the grass over the hump and he went to the drive and he comes to drive, looks over at me. Too late to fucking look at me now. You should have looked at me at the stoplight to see me sitting there. And I'm telling you, motorcycles, dangerous, man, dangerous because of people like that out there, man, dangerous. And I was like, that's all. I'm paying attention all the time, dude. When I'm on my bikes, I'm looking at everybody. Does everybody see me? Everybody knows it's a motorcycle because we disappear like that. If we can drop back into a blind spot just by mistake. They could go faster than us. We drop back into a blind spot, they clip our front tire. It happens that fast, man. Motorcycles, you don't have no reaction time. So you always got to think the whole time you're riding, you got to be on the defense. And you got to think, this person don't see me. This person don't see me. When I'm cruising in the center lane and somebody's going to make a left turn in front of me, if you see somebody with their blinker on, make sure they see you. If you got to hit your high beams or you got to turn your blinker on and pretend you're getting over, anything to get their attention to say it's a motorcycle coming my way. Because if you sit there and you just ride and they don't see you, once they turn, you're going to smack that car. So you got to always drive like the person about to make this left turn in front of you don't see you. Put your turn signal on, get over sometimes just so they can see you using your light. Your turn, they could see something happening in front of them. And I'm like, I've been riding 26 years. I ain't never been hit by a car. Never been hit by a car in 26 years of me driving. This year will be year 27. Because I started riding in 1998. Never been hit by a car. Never hit a car, never been hit by one. Because of how I drive. I drive like these people don't see me. And I drive really fast sometimes because I get away from cars. When I'm on the highway, if I see a gap ahead of me and there's no cars in that gap, I'll take off. It's like, I'm not sitting by these cars. Hell no. Because one of them don't see me. I'm sitting in the damn pocket riding with them, acting like I'm a car riding with them. One of them going to switch lanes because they don't see me. So instead of riding around in a pack of cars, always ride by yourself. Get ahead of the pack or drop behind the pack. Never ride in a pack of cars. Somebody don't see you. And I'm like, I'll hit that shit and whoa. They'd be like, damn motorcycle was next to me. Yeah, you didn't see me. It's like, shit, get up out of there, man. Get up out of there. But we just hit the 2-hour mark. I'm about to go in here, change clothes real quick. I'm going to jump in the shower real quick, eat me something, change clothes. Because like I said, we doing black car service tonight. So I got to go in there throwing like a quick little dress. Because usually I roll like this. Because it's like, it's a concert. Nobody's giving. These ain't my private people. These is app people. What the hell? But tonight, I'm throwing my little dress shirt, throwing my little vest on, throw my slacks on, put me some shades on. I ain't gonna put no shades on. It's dark as a motherfucker outside. I end up running to a pole. Like, sir, we caught a blind man driving an expedition down the street. Motherfucker had some shades on. I was like Stevie Wonder. I'm driving on the motherfucking street like this. I can't see shit. We caught him driving with shades on in the middle of the night, officer. Like, shit. Was they? I don't have commercial insurance. Can't do. I drive for the right lane. Yeah. Only on the far right lane. Not sure they will cover me. And I drive with my blinker on for miles. It's funny shit. You stupid, Jesse. You nuts, man. You nuts. I'm telling you, Darius, man. These motherfuckers nuts out here. I'm gonna go put me on some glasses and drive around for a couple hours, scare the shit out of people. Man, I swear I pulled up to the stoplight, man. There's a blind motherfucker. And I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna pull up to a stoplight with glasses on like this, and I'm like this. I'm gonna keep doing like that. Motherfuckers gonna be like, dude, look, they're gonna look over at me and be like this. Bruh, it's a fucking blind man in traffic next to us. And then the fucked up part is I'm gonna be blind, but I'm gonna start doing sign language. Like, motherfucker, how you blind doing sign language? You can't see. Well, motherfucker, wait a minute. How you learn sign language and you blind? What the fuck? Well, you can't see. I know it. I'm just fucking with you. He says, hey, Jeff, that's funny shit. That's funny shit. This is Stevie Wonder driving this bit. Says, hey, Jeff, stop talking about me when I'm talking to my clients. You distracted me, man. I know it. Hey, you saw that. You saw that drug, dog. Don't act like you didn't. Actually, what was funny, me and Manny was driving by, and the drug dog was hitting on the car. The motherfucker looked up, saw Manny's truck, broke away, ran to Matt, jumped in the fucking back seat and started digging up the seats. I think Manny had some crack in the back seat. It was digging up. We all sitting in traffic like, bro, where'd that drug sniffing dog come from? What the fuck? That shit was crazy. And Manny in the car screaming, ah! And the dog is digging up with all its cotton balls and shit flying all over the fucking car. And a big ass crack rock just fucking popped out. It's like, Manny's a crackhead. What the fuck? And we just took off, man. Everybody took off because we had more clients at the airport. So we all went to the airport. And Manny had to run from the police with his crack and the dog in the back. And that's my Manny story for the weekend. When people get in and say, hey, man, why's your seat all chewed up back there? Did you hear that story on Jeff's channel? Jacob said, ain't that Jeff? We sitting there like... So, man, what happened to your seat, man? It's like cotton balls and shit all chewed up, and it's like dog slobber and dog hair all back here. Man, you hear that story on Jeff's channel? He's like, what happened? Manny, the crack dealer / driver. We call him Cowboy Crack Man. It's Manny the Cowboy. We call him Cowboy Crack Man. Instead of Pac-Man, we play Crack Man. He got a whole video game in his house called Crack Man. You get on the game, it's like the first thing you get is you get a Cadillac. So you buy this Cadillac because you a starting out crackhead and you only got like 10-inch rims. That's it. You don't even have no big rims. You a crackhead. You got 10-inch rims on a Cadillac. So you got to drive through like Crack Man, like Pac-Man, and you picking up crack packets, and the big dots in the end is money. So you get the big power pellet money, and then you chase the ghost. The ghost is actually crackheads. So you catch all the crackheads before they run back to the crack house. The crack house is the box in the middle. All the ghosts hang out in. So you got to catch all the crackheads playing Crackman Manny. And you catch all the crackheads, you get upgraded rims. So you go from 10-inch rims up to 15s. Now you got D's on your shit. Throw some D's on it. Don't it? Just bought a Cadillac like Rod. And then you get to put your own name on your license plate. Your options are Rod C. So now you're a crack graduate now on the Crackman game. So you got a Cadillac and your license plate says Rod C because you caught all the crackheads before they got back to the crack house. So now you got a Cadillac says Rod C with 15-inch D's on it. Next board. You got some faster crackheads that run a whole lot faster. So you really got to like sell that shit, man. You got to really do it. And you just kind of drive around. You pay, instead of Pac-Man, you're paying Crackman. That's Manny's game right there. And every time you get to graduate board, you get a new name on your license plates. It's like, bro, I got Melvin on my shit. Yeah. It's like, that's a whole new video game. It's called Crackman. And then when it's 2 hours, yeah, man, let me get up out of here because I keep saying I'm gonna get out. Jamil, I don't know where Jamil is. Manny, hit up Jamil, see where he is. I know he had a private client. Hit him up, let him know I'll be out in a while. I'm about to go in here, eat, shower, throw some shit together. My truck should already be clean because I cleaned it earlier today. I will see y'all downtown. In the meantime, y'all be safe out there. Don't forget, convert your clients. Get your business cards because these business cards going to be a problem. I'm telling you, 2025, these business cards going to be a problem. So get out there, get y'all money. Don't worry about it. They trying to get rid of drivers. They're not getting rid of all of us because some people want drivers. They don't even trust AI. So just know whatever Darren and I'm thinking about, keep doing what you're going to do. His employees are going to come over and probably, talk shit on my channel one day about how we're screwed up and we shouldn't be doing this. That's what they always do. Let the Uber employees come over here. It's all good. Meantime, I got shit to do. So y'all get out there, get that food. And don't forget, save all your quarters because we're playing Crackman next weekend at the arcade. We're going to get us a Manny level Cadillac.